And we're back. Yeah, I don't know why. I put it in at 8:45 and it shows 8:45 for Central Time, but it pops up it's 2 hours. It's starting in 2 hours. It starts at 8:45. I put it in at 8:40 to start at 8:45 and it pushed it out. Start time for 2 hours. But yeah, we're here. The link is in the chat if you want to hop in. And shoot the bull for a while. Because I am working on the wheels for my 64 Mustang. And I need to go when I'm done with that, I'm going to work on the P47 a little bit more. Start on the wings. Hey, Mike. You're welcome to hop in. Kevin, if you want to hop in and turn your camera off, you're more than welcome to do that. You can just be voice only. We're perfectly good with that. Which is what Marcy does. Except occasionally we see her hands. She shows us her hands occasionally. And there's Ed. Oh, sleepyhead himself.
Howdy, everybody. I'm very sleepy right now. Oh, wait. Let me mute my YouTube. I'm getting that YouTube lag. Yeah, there we go.
Settings. See if I can turn. You're not very loud. Let me see if it's my settings that need to be turned up.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about having the StreamYard up, or even if I minimize it or close or whatever, YouTube lags behind StreamYard.
Oh yeah, it even says on there, like when I go to the analytics side, it said it'll be at least 10 seconds behind. It's usually more like 35 or 40 seconds.
Yeah, so hey, East Coast, Bill's Rat,
Bill's Rat,
Mini Mike, of course, Bob.
You're more than welcome to join in in the panel or hang out in the chat if you like. If you want to share your channels or check out other people's channels, those of you with blue wrenches can link to your channel in the chat, or you can hover over somebody else's and go to their channel. So yeah, we were just hanging out. So I'm working on, got the wheels for today for the Mustang. Let me switch to the overhead. So we've got our wheel centers, and they're actually not chrome. They are purple fog, but the camera doesn't like the color shift. Doesn't play well with it. So they kind of go from silver to purple.
Hey, Aaron, or Ryan, I'm sorry, didn't mean to get your name wrong. I apologize.
Yeah, you can get me wrong. That's all good. I don't mind.
We got the rims in the blue to match the body, and we'll put a chrome ring at the very edge of it, and of course we got our tires and our brakes we're working on.
Yeah.
Are those 30-inch rims in back? Holy shit.
The 22s. It's for 1/16 scale.
Okay, 160. That makes a little more sense.
It's for the one. It's for the 1/16 Mustang. For this guy.
That's gonna look really nice there, Bob.
I'm gonna be.
That's really, really nice.
Kind of like a starburst brim.
Yeah, well, I originally wanted to get an Eleanor wheel, and that guy kind of ghosted me. So I talked to another 3D printer guy on eBay, and he had these, which were close to the Eleanor wheels without the spinners. He said he could make the spinners for me, but it would take a little bit longer. I said, just send me these. And
Right.
so that's what we're just going with these. They're still that Eleanor-esque wheel. And they got the,
Yeah, and since you didn't go with a charcoal gray, it doesn't have to be exact.
yeah, I like the look of the Eleanor wheels. Well, it's a 64 Mustang anyway, so it's the wrong year to be an Eleanor.
Yeah, because them rims were on like the 66 Ford GT40.
Yeah, something like that. But I kind of wanted to like the look of those wheels on for it. So that's what I wanted to do. But these are close enough. And if I ever do get the other ones, then I'll just buy another kit.
Right. And there's plenty of them out there.
Yeah, they're not real expensive. I think I paid for this one. I think I paid $25 or $30 for it, and another 10 or $15 for shipping. So or if I find one at a show, you'd probably get it for the 25 or $30
Right.
because they re-released it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out what I'm building yet. I was waiting for my buddy to send me a set of wheels and tires. He wants me to build him a 57 Chevy, and he was in the Ollie's or toy store or wherever the frick he was one day, and he sent me a message, and he was like, "Would these wheels work?" I was like, "Yeah." How big are they? So he kind of held up a quarter to compare them, and they're a little bigger than a quarter, but not by much. But they're like pro touring,
Mhm.
Yeah,
nice big tire, big rim, really wide, low profile, because that's kind of what the car needs. But I need the tire in order to cut out the wheel arches in the back,
right.
because I need to do flared fenders and some other kind of a wide body kit in a way on a 57. So until I get the tires, I can't mock up the height, set the tire up to it, and make my mark to know where I'm cutting. you know,
Right.
I
Yeah,
could
they're
use tires that I have, but if I get them from him and they're bigger, then I'm screwed.
or worse yet, if they're bigger, you could compensate, but if they're smaller, then you're really screwed.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, it's
Yeah,
one direction or the other. I either get too big of an opening or not big enough, which isn't too bad unless I've already started the fender work and I got to tear it all apart and do it again, or it sits too high or whatever. And I'm also supposed to build a I don't know if it's 57 or 62. I think it's a 62 Corvette that I'm supposed to turn into a Nomad wagon, lifted on 4-wheel drive with the snowplow on it. I don't know if you ever seen that picture or not.
I think I have.
It was on Facebook, and he saw it, and his wife really loves the 62 Corvettes. So he sends me a picture and goes, "She wants it." I was like, "So I'm supposed to build it?" And he was like, "Do you think I asked you to build it or not?" "Yes, she wants it. You build it." I'm like, "Okay." Here, let me present it for you, and I'll show you both of the pictures of
Okay.
my upcoming kits, basically. There it is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean it's just a backwoods freaking 4-wheel drive with the plow and off-road gear on it. I think it's Photoshop for the most part, but he wants the concept, so I got to build the whole wagon part on the back, which isn't too hard because I have the 55 Nomad that I cut the back off to make the El Camino version.
Mm-hmm.
So I have most of the back. I just don't have the rest of the front. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping between the Corvette and the 55 that the width is okay, because you don't want it to kind of like go straight and then narrow towards the window. You want it to kind of just
Right.
keep going straight, this long line right there. So I got to figure that part out. But this one will be a 4-wheel drive. But this is the 57 he wants. And as you can see, the fenders are flared.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally wide bodied. So I need the right tires to get that stance.
Yeah.
You know, so I can't even start on that one. I mean, I can cut them way the hell up there. You know?
But then if you cut them too far up and the wheels he sends in aren't all that big,
Right. And then I got to
that's
shrink
a
it.
bigger problem than not cutting them far enough.
Well, I mean, I can rough cut the hole because you can see from like the top of the front tire to the fender goes up at an angle.
Mm-hmm.
So the flare actually gives me some leeway,
Yeah.
but I'd still hate to have the bottom part of the fender here and then the top of the tire be way the hell down here.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, until it's right, I can't do it. So, but those are the two projects I have coming up.
That's like on this 99 Chevy that I'm bashing together with the wedge bed from the 72 Chevy Racers wedge. I've got some resin disc brakes, large disc with five piston calipers that I'm wanting to put on it all the way around. Problem is these brakes here don't fit inside the wheel backs on this truck. So I'm having to
So it's like a total 16-inch
pile and
brake system
sandpaper
on a 15-inch rim.
yeah. So, and I'm having to file and sandpaper and just everything else to open up the inside of these wheel backs, because this is the front of the wheel with the low profile tire that comes in the kit that I'm using on it. Obviously been de-chromed.
Right. Show me the backside.
Well, the backside of they're two-part wheels.
Right.
Because here's the front half, and it's only like that wide. And then there's the backside of the front half of the wheel. And
well,
then,
see, what I was thinking is you could just put a ring in the backside.
yeah.
You wouldn't have the post, which you would have to mount through it. But
yeah, because the thing is it's the back half of the wheel that has the mounting hole where the wheel itself attaches to the axle.
Well, that part you could just cut the 5 spokes out, mount that part to the back of the rim, and then just put a skinnier, thinner rim around the backside, you know, just so that you don't have to hollow it out to get the brake in there.
Yeah.
I mean, in my 60 drawer bins, I have 4 drawers that are just the inner rim circles. They're hollow, right? And like the Jaguar XJ220,
mm-hmm.
it has like a 18-inch rim. So if I need bigger than a 15 or a 16 to clear the caliper, I'll use something like that.
Yeah.
As long as the wheel itself is flexible enough to get it in there, you know. But you could also use like conduit piping.
Yeah.
You know, it's metal, it's thin wall. It's roughly, 3/4 inch should be about 15, maybe a 16-inch rim,
Yeah.
But that would be my kind of creative solution to the idea.
Yeah. Well, and thing is though, is I would need 2 different sizes, because the tires that come in this truck are bigs and littles, front and rear.
Yep.
The rear tires are taller than the fronts, and the rim diameters are a little bit different.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you put the front in the back, it'll just sink in there.
Yeah, the wheels for the rears don't fit the front tires. They're too big. And the wheels for the fronts are too small, and they kind of flop around inside the rears.
Right.
So
Yeah, if you were to use something like PVC tubing, which is actually thick, versus like metal conduit,
Mm-hmm.
just bandsaw or jigsaw or skill saw it off or whatever, but or even tubing cutter, but
Hey, Kevin.
even copper,
You
even
can,
copper tubing. The rookie.
What's up, fellas?
Oh,
Talking model modification.
Yep.
All right.
Modification.
Man,
There you go. Modification.
I can't get used to this backwards crap.
Yeah, it's a little weird because sitting here looking at my screen, I know that my paint booth back here, it's to my right.
On
But
screen
looking
is
at
to
the
your
screen,
left.
it's on the left.
Yeah, and even if you invert it, then it takes a bit to get used to it. And then anything else you see, it's like, oh man, everything is backwards, one direction or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I had the booger on my nose, right?
Yeah, it's in the other nostril.
No, the other right.
That's why I told Roxanne the other night. She said, "You're yelling at the camera. Besides, you're not supposed to go on boogers on your nose."
Well, a good tip for that is to put the camera higher
Yeah.
so it looks more at you instead of nasal cam.
Yeah. Well, it's like with my computer set up here, I've actually got 4 monitors. I've got my bottom 2 are 32s, and then my top 2 are 20s. And my camera sits on
ARD?
top of one of my 32s.
Yeah. Well, I got one of those little selfie things with the bendy arm and stuff, but
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I should bring that up here out of the basement and use it.
I have a camera that's mounted above my desk and it just aims straight down.
Yeah.
But it's from China and for some reason it doesn't like my OBS.
Yeah.
And if I'm recording videos with my OBS, I have to go through the settings, shut it off, disconnect it, reset my OBS to record.
Okay. What's OBS?
OBS Recording Studio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See,
Yeah,
I told you I was a rookie at this. That's why I put it on the screen right here.
yeah. But yeah, it's just my recording software for
Oh,
well,
Yeah,
like if I record a model video with my camera, I have to actually put the card into my computer, watch the video, and record it with my OBS in order for it to convert the file so that DaVinci Resolve will actually allow me to use it in there to edit it.
Yeah.
It won't pick up my AVI, it'll pick up MKV. Right?
Yeah.
So I have to use my OBS to re-record it, basically. So if I have my desk camera on, I can't really do videos on it because it's straight above me. And then I do like you do, go left, no, right, no, the other right,
Yeah.
And then I'm editing for like twice as long, and it's
like that.
yeah, and then it's top down only, and it's I wouldn't say it's blurry, but it's washed.
Yeah,
out
RD,
because
how are you
of where
tonight?
my light is at, But
We got Jason.
So to keep things simplified, I just disconnected the overhead camera entirely, and I've never bothered to turn it back on for it's been months.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so new and such a rookie at this. It took me a couple years to figure out I could even comment on videos. It's like, wow, hey, this is kind of cool. And then I found the live streams a couple years ago, and then didn't know I could get involved in that. All I used to do is sit around and listen to talk radio all the time.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew I could be a part of this community and jump in the live chats and hang out with people either for quite a while.
Yeah, I spend a lot of my time in the summertime out in my power chair with my dogs hooked to it, out walking them around the neighborhood with my hover round, Everybody in the
Get
neighborhood.
around, I get around.
Yeah. Everybody in the neighborhood knows me as the guy that The crippled
Am I
guy
going
with
to
the
admit to
little
my
dog.
age if I admit remembering that commercial?
Get around the around. Yeah.
Yeah, where they have the guy go to the edge of the cliff and you're waiting for him to go off.
But then again, I also remember back when TV channels at a certain time at night would play the national anthem,
Yep.
then go to multicolor screen with that really high pitched tone and stay that way until early in the morning when the very first news broadcast starts coming on. So
Yeah.
Usually 6 o'clock or something like that.
yeah,
That's-
something like that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
we
way
had
my,
the morning ag reports come out like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, there you go.
that's the way my mother used to do. She'd read in bed, and I'd get up in the morning, and the TV would be going beep, and she's got the book over her face, you know.
Or the ant races would be on.
Yep, black and white fight.
Yep.
Watched many hours of that.
As soon as I change the channel to cartoon, she'd say, "I was watching that."
Yeah, right.
And then Dad came home a couple times and seen her doing that, and he got ticked off and threw the TV out in the burning pile. We never had a burning or a tree after dang. We didn't have a TV after that. So from age 6 up, we didn't have no television.
Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah, we found out real quick to play board games and card games and stuff.
Self-occupied. Yeah.
That might
bad.
that might have been when I got into doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when the
I'd
model
have found some way to occupy my time.
I
Yeah.
was 4 years old when I got into models, and actually, it was within my year of 4 years old that I
Yeah.
kept playing with my brother's models and watching him build them on the kitchen table, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
then I'd start stealing them off the shelf and getting in trouble for breaking them, and then that sometime that year when I was still 4 years old, he gave me the 55 Chevy Revell Snap Tight kit.
Yeah, and I remember you talking about that, and you looked at it and said, "But this is for 5 and up." And your brother
Shut
said,
up and build it and leave
"Quit
mine
fucking with
alone.
mine."
Yep. Yeah, and that was one of the earliest memories of model building that stuck in my head. I can think
That's
of
awesome, though.
I can think of like 2 other model memories of me sitting across the table watching them build that were right around that era because we were in that same house, so it had to have been probably within 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
But
thing
after-
with
Go ahead.
that's the thing with me. When I was a kid, everywhere we go, I'd name off names of cars, and Mom would get such a kick out of that. And I that was before I even knew how to read.
Yeah.
I'd say, "Look at that nice Cadillac. Look at that Volkswagen. Look at this. Look at that.
We
Look at
used
that
to live
41
on
Plymouth."
we used to live on the side of the highway, and our picture window would face right across the yard into the street, right into the highway.
Yeah.
And it's like from the house to town was less than a quarter mile, and then everything to the right was out of town. And I would sit there, and you can hear the cars coming. Ooh, that's gonna be a Chevy truck. That's gonna be a Chevy truck. Ah,
Yeah.
fuck, it's an F-150. Yeah, or yep, you can tell a semi, or you can tell that's hauling something because there's a strap whapping. You know,
Yeah.
Whap, 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 whap. You know,
Mhm.
or oh, here comes a little Toyota. No, it's a Nissan. Dang it! But you
Or
couldn't
the-
see them until they cleared the trees on each side of our yard, and then it was big
Yeah.
wide open, right? But
Or the-
I'd sit there for hours just guessing which car is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
there were-
notorious,
Yeah, there were
sound of the Volkswagen. Yeah.
There were certain cars in our local area. I knew exactly who it was. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, I mean, it's like the 90s Fox Body Mustang 5.0.
Mhm.
That car, with its exhaust note, had a very distinctive sound. And I could tell you it was one of them without seeing the car from 3-4 blocks away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a buddy with a silver GT Fox body and a girlfriend with a white anniversary edition with a little 4-banger in it. And I could tell the difference between both of them and knew which one it was. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Oh. Yeah, that was kind of the fun of it, like picking out the name of cars as you're riding in the back seat of a station wagon aimed backwards on the freeway or something.
Yeah, in the puke seat.
Yeah. Or in the box of a pickup truck,
Yep.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I couldn't tell you how many pickup beds I took rides in. And I'm talking going down the highway at full
Yep.
speed.
Or mom's
Right
arm
along
for
in
the
the back of the
safety
pickup.
belt.
Half time with the tailgate down, sitting on the edge of the bed at the tailgate.
Yeah, when we lived in New Mexico, half of the parties were up in the Rocky Mountain, and you'd pile like 15 people into a pickup truck and climb up the freaking mountain to the bonfire and party your ass off,
Yeah, we didn't worry about seatbelts either. It was mom's arm that stopped us.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, I think the answer is accidentally.
Yeah.
How'd you get on the big screen? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just clicked something on my computer and there I am.
Yeah, here I is.
Yeah, I guess I should have let Elliot know that I was coming on. He's been begging me to come on YouTube. He's the one that tricked me into that.
Yeah,
Bastard.
he's good, Egg.
Yeah, he's all right. He just
He
kind of.
He needs to stop swearing thing though. That's going to get under my skin eventually.
Yeah, and then he's the first to break the rule.
Well, it's not even that. It's you tell us not to do something, we're going to do it.
Right?
And we talk the way we're going to talk.
Yeah. So I mean, leave it a mute point. Don't make it an issue, and it won't happen as much. Make a point of it to make an issue of it. It's going to happen all the time.
Well, I was in the living room watching on the big screen the other night, and Roxanne kept saying,
Hi, Jeff.
he keeps lighting a cigarette. She kept saying, I can't breathe. Because she quit smoking 6 years ago from being a smoker and stuff. And she sees somebody smoking now, and it makes her get short of breath,
Right.
I kind of quit 3 years ago myself. Every now and then I'll sneak one.
I'm a smoker, and I got my little candy jar is full of Hall's cough drops, spearmint candies, and then I got right next to it a pile of freaking Tums because I get heartburn like a son of a gun.
Yeah.
So you have a Hall's, and because of the taste of it, it causes more heartburn. So then I go to a Rolaids, then I take a sip of coffee, then I light a cigarette, then I grab a Hall's, and I just keep this little circle going all day long.
Yeah, that's the way with her. She's got her little Tums and her Halls and all her little lozenges she sits and eats.
Right.
Speaking of coffee, I've been on that all day. I think I'm at somewhere around the neighborhood of like 6 pots so far for the day.
Yeah.
I'm on my second big Contigo.
I fill up my bottle once a day, and when it gets halfway, that's it. I put it in a water bottle. It looks kind of gross, but
It is what it is. It's good.
It keeps it from getting spilled. I'm awful at spilling stuff. Yeah.
When I'm drinking it here at home, when I'm drinking my coffee here
Yeah,
at home,
I can't imagine what Paul sounds like either. I see him there.
this is my coffee cup for when I'm here at the house.
There you go.
And for when I have to leave and go somewhere and I'm still drinking on my coffee, I got my Contigos. And the nice thing about these Contigos, once I put the coffee in it and I put this lid back on it, I can turn the damn thing like this.
Right.
And it ain't gonna leak.
There you go, Paul. Now you can see what I look like.
Oh, so that's what Ryan looks like.
Yeah.
He a long-haired hippie boy like
Hippie.
me.
A hippie with hair. You look like my neighbor up the street. What the hell's his name?
I mean,
Honestly, though, my goatee right now would actually touch my hand in that picture.
Is that right?
That was from about 7 years ago.
Man, I don't know how you guys grow a beard. I was going to try growing. I couldn't take it no more. I shaved mine off today.
The only way mine will grow is if I don't cut it.
Right.
where's mine? I'm constantly having to get after it with the trimmers to keep it trimmed
I
down.
get that too.
Manscaped.
I get that too.
I mean,
I get to
every
that
2 or 3
2 week
days.
mark and I can't stay in it. Just feels like bugs and worms crawling under my skin. Can't
That's
take it.
because when you shave, that actually scrapes a lot of stuff off, and that's a natural
Yeah.
exfoliant process.
Yeah.
So when you grow a beard, you actually have to scrub it just like you do the hair on your head when you wash your hair.
Oh, I tried that. I even tried scrubbing with alcohol. And,
I use my shampoo.
yeah.
When I get in the shower, I wash my hair, rinse that out, turn around, get my face and my beard wet, and I put the shampoo in my hand, and I
I
use
don't need
shampoo for my.
shampoo.
I remember
yeah.
when I was super young, and for the first time ever after shaving, I used aftershave.
I'm not too far behind you there.
Holy
Hey,
cow!
Don.
Did my face freak out from aftershave?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too far behind you there, Kevin. So don't feel too bad on that one.
Papa,
No.
next time you see your doctor, ask him if they could put you on Januvia instead of metformin. It's a lot easier on your system.
I'm not on any of that, and I don't see a doctor, and I can care less for meds.
What's metformin?
It's a diabetes medicine,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have.
but it wreaks havoc with your kidney and your liver and stuff. He said he's having acid reflux issues.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
they can pull him off the metformin onto the Januvia, it's much easier on the system.
Yeah,
when
they
I
told
was
me
younger, I used to drink about 2 to 3 12-packs of Mountain Dew a week or a day. So it really screwed me up. And now I don't touch any sodas. I have a hard time with even just plain water once in a while. It'll do it. But coffee and water is about all I've gotten down to. I can't drink anything red, like strawberry, watermelon, or any of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I just keep it simple, and drinking coffee too much all the time doesn't help. I'll agree.
No.
Yeah.
But if it keeps me from killing people because I go psychotic, I'll take the heartburn over the murder rap.
Yeah.
And my beard at my longest was down to here, and it didn't even take a full year. Didn't even take 3 months to get from about what I've got right now to down to here. Yeah.
I could shave mine more often. I just when you buy a pack of razors and they come with 12 of them in there, and you can use them once or twice before they're dead.
Yeah.
That means I only shave twice a year or twice a month.
Yeah.
And I got to the point where it's like, I don't go nowhere. I'm not dressed to impress anybody. So as far as shaving, I fucking care less. So I haven't bought a razor in about 3 years.
Yeah, mine's
That's like me. That's part of the reason why I'd started growing my beards years and years and years ago, is because I just got tired of shaving, and it's just a lot easier and a lot more economic. Rechargeable, just plug it in, charge it up for a couple hours, charge it up, and this is a lot more economical.
Yeah, that's about what I use.
I mean, I've done had this set of clippers right here for so long, it is more than paid for itself in the amount of money that I would have spent on razors if I were doing the shave thing for the amount of time that I've had this.
Yeah.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you either replace the batteries or charge it up again. Mine's battery operated, and you can tell when the batteries start dying. Just replace them.
Yeah. Whereas, like I say, this one, the batteries aren't really replaceable. When they go bad, I'm gonna have to get a new one.
Still only $20. What we fucking do,
Yeah, and
or who knows? Even by your birthday or Christmas, somebody will give you one because it was a cheap gift set,
right? So I mean,
are you gonna try to put lights in that, Bob?
In this one, no.
Yeah.
I could have, but no.
I've always wanted to try that. I had a fascination with those LEDs. I always wanted to try that.
Well, Serge, when you're trying to do a two-tone interior, look up Google images of two-tone interiors and just kind of look at the similarities between all the front bucket seats or all the door panels. And then look at the one you're trying to do on the Mustang and see which color should be the black and which color should be the gray.
Best thing you can do is get some good reference
mean,
material.
Kinda
Well,
like that
that's
there,
what he
Kevin?
was. That's what he said. He was doing research, trying to find pictures of it, but he's having trouble.
That's like
Nice.
the
That's
50.
the front bumper for the OBS Chevy Monster truck.
There you go.
Yep.
I hadn't glued the LEDs in yet, and they are tiny. I
Yeah,
mean,
they look like the 1 millimeter rice ones.
Was that the SMDs?
yeah,
Bill 402s probably.
yes, that's exactly what they are. The 0402. That's one of them right there. That's one I hadn't used in anything yet. But
Yeah, it's pretty sad when the solder is bigger than the light bulb.
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
That's why you order those already pre-wired.
Well, once you get used to soldering, you're all right.
Yeah, and like Fafa said just there, if you want to learn a lot about lighting up a model kit, go watch Seamus.
Oh yeah, the master of light.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what we're gonna have,
definitely-
boys.
Oh my, Bob, that's gonna
Oh.
look amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, buddy.
That's pretty close to where it's gonna sit too. Yep, I'm happy. I'm happy.
How can I look at the comments while I'm on here?
Either you have to have a second device or a second tab open and flip back and forth.
Oh,
Yeah. Your phone, yeah.
okay.
Or
On your computer, it's got right on the side.
yeah,
No, I
or
don't
like
know.
me, I've got my 4 screens, and as I showed in that picture that I held up on my phone, because I used my phone to take a picture of my 4 screens, and then I'd held that up to the camera there.
Hmm.
I've got my StreamYard on one of my 32-inch screens, and I got the YouTube on the other 32-inch screen.
Yeah, I told Boston Buds if he came in, I would. I figured I'd be the first one to make the move.
Uh,
Well, hey,
George,
guys,
an easy way to do two-tone is for an interior is you can get the colored washi tape from like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and then even they come in different patterns and stuff, and you can just use that and
Yeah,
as your contrasting color.
just make sure you push your tape down good. And
Yep.
I even sand the edges of my tape with like 320 or 400, 600. That's
They're
the
like-
way that's the way that tape's designed to be sanded on. If you notice, like the 3M fine line, it changes color when you sand it. As soon as it gets clear, you know you're there. I mean, you don't sand it till the edge is gone, but
Yeah, but they like the intersection of your seats or whatnot. It's a lot easier to try to do that with just if it's supposed to be gray, get the gray washi tape,
oh, there you go. Yeah,
and it comes in various widths. You can get it.
Yeah.
I would get like a 1 inch, and you can always cut it down
Mhm.
and then
Yeah, I did-
put it in there. But they come in plaid patterns and all kinds of stuff, so you can like have a plaid insert in your seats or all kinds of weird crap. And that's the
Yeah.
easiest way to do two-tone interiors.
I did that with I did a replica of a fella's 58 Oldsmobile Fiesta wagon, and it had like 4 colors on the seats. So I just painted 4 different colors on masking tape and cut it out, and used that and just stuck it on the seats. You know.
Yeah, if you want to use leather or a leather look to it,
Yeah.
I used the blue painter's tape.
Yeah.
Here, Bob, check this out.
All right, let me get you over here.
Well, that
This
was
is-
back before they started coloring tape. Back then,
The-
it was just tape. You know.
Right. Well, this is my 71 Hemi Cuda that I did for a Sons of Anarchy build.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So you can see where I put it and where I cut it out because I
Mhm.
wanted all this to be leather, like a leather jacket, right?
Mhm.
If you know Sons of Anarchy, Jax always wore a blue plaid button-up shirt, right?
Right.
And then their jackets, they had the big skull anarchy thing on the back of the seats, right?
Yeah.
So here you can see all the plaid
Hey,
that's in there. This is all hand painted.
Check.
even in the dash,
Oh, wow.
right?
That looks like a pain in the ass.
Here you can see there's nothing on the back of the seat. This is hand painted with just white.
Huh.
Even got the floor mats in there, you know. And then where's the next picture with the gas tank?
Maybe that's where Elon got the idea to call
Okay.
his one car a plaid.
See, here's the gas tank that came off of like a Kawasaki Hot Wheel.
Oh, nice.
Because there's no center console in a CUDA. There is in the Challenger, but not in the CUDA,
Huh.
right? So this is your armrest where the seat's at, and then you got the gas tank. You can put the shifter in, and then you can see I got a little red in here, and I wrote Sons of Anarchy on there. And,
Something you're not going to see anyway, right?
well, you kind of see it.
Yeah.
And then for the sides on the billboard, I took
There
the
you go.
decal and traced it onto tape, and then just used the tape sprayed flat black to
Right.
get the leather billboard on it.
Yep.
You know, same with the roof. I got my duct tape or my tape up on there to do all of that.
Yeah. Masking tape's your best friend in this hobby.
Yep.
For
Yes.
sure. That and bare metal foil. I probably wouldn't even have got back in the hobby when I was a younger guy if it wouldn't have been for foil. I hated painting all the trim silver and just looked
Speaking
awful when
of-
you were done.
Where's let's see, Chevy cars. Let me find my my Chevelle real quick.
Hey, Star.
All I can do is walk in and grab a car out of the showroom.
Remember the other day we were talking about that cheap pleather with the white fur on the back?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is that process, using my pen torch to kind of burn it and then just filleting it off of there.
Peeled off, yeah.
Yep. And this is how I did the dashboard, the seats, the sides of the doors, the door panels, etc.
Huh.
Yeah, you can see I got black felt, black leather, blue leather. And then, well, that's a bad picture there, but here you can see the green tape so that when I paint it, it still has a leathery texture to it.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, and then I just filled the inserts in to get that two-tone.
Now you painted the tape first, right?
No, well, yeah, I painted the tape and then installed the inserts.
Yeah.
And then I took little strips out of my for sale sign and I templated all the chrome trim that goes in over the door panels.
Right.
And you can see the dashboard here.
Right.
And then the rear ones for making the sides. And then this is stuck to the back of bare metal foil chrome tape.
Yeah.
And then once I stuck it on, yeah, you can see how I wrapped that thin little leather right around that whole little lip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of heat from the lighter, it flexes so nicely.
Well, if you're gonna go to all that, just sew up some seat covers, right?
Right? But here you can see that chrome trim that's on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just hand painted on the little freaking door handle and window cranks. You can see it's not completely covered, but whatever.
Yeah.
But there's the dashboard.
Well, that's like I did with my 33 Caddy by Testers. I covered all the inner panels with walnut veneer, just like the real car would be.
My nice little,
The old black Testers Cadillac. What do they call that? A Town and Country or some crap.
right? And then another trick I did for this one, it is the original 454 with 427 heads on it, but I took the water pump off and I made this plate that goes in here
Yeah.
to mount between both fenders to the cross member to kind of tie it all in kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just to add in that it's supported thing, you know.
Yeah.
Drilled out the vents, put some of the mesh back there, sanded off all the door handles, all the drip rails, all the badging. Just left it kind of simple and clean.
Yeah.
It's really jacked up in the back, though. It's definitely 70s zinger style.
Well, that's common back then.
Yeah,
You rear-ended one of them, you didn't have to worry about damaging their car.
right.
That happened with my
Right.
mother. She ran our '66 Ferry wagon up under an Impala that was jacked up. Where I
Talking
live,
about doing multicolor interior. That's all hand painted. That's the interior
there you
tub
go.
for
Yeah.
the 2017 Camaro 50 edition,
Right.
and that's all just hand painting with a very, very tiny little brush.
Yeah, I've done plenty of interior paint jobs like that myself.
Yeah, here in Akron, we got the big giant aerospace hangar. I don't know if you ever seen it on TV and different things like that. They used to have a spotlight that they would spotlight all the airplanes. One night I was out with my mom. I said, "Mom, what's that light?" She looked up. Right up under that guy's car, she went. Yeah, that's in Akron, Ohio. They say that hangar's so big it used to snow in there, which it probably still does.
And one thing that I'm considering is
That
on
the
the
Ram
sides
truck.
for this wedge bed, I'm considering shaving off these molded in side markers
Yeah, I would.
for the front and rear, and then utilizing these
Yeah.
up front and these in the back and putting some LEDs in there, because I'm already going to be lighting up the headlights and tail lights.
Yeah.
And I'm replacing the wedge bed kit tail lights with probably a set of 69 Camaro tail lights that I have just sitting around from all my various 69 Camaros that I've got. But either way, like I say, I'm lighting up the front and rear, and I'm very seriously considering going ahead and doing the sides as well.
Wouldn't you use the color lights you want? I think the white would probably show through that pink or something.
Yeah, well, see, these lenses that I have here, these are the transparent orange and red lenses out of or some of the spare transparent lenses out of one of my semi kits that I have.
Yeah.
He's just saying if you have a white light behind it, it kind of washes them out.
Yeah.
You can see it, but they're a little bright.
Yeah, it may wash out like a dot of it somewhere and make it look white. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you can dip the
if I
tips of
wind up
them.
doing that, I'll probably put resistors on the side marker lights just to lower the voltage going to them to make them not quite so bright.
Yeah.
You can also take some of your Tamiya clear and just touch the tip of them,
Mm-hmm.
not the whole surround, but just the tip of it. You know, like they would on the Christmas lights with the little red on the tip of them, so you know which ones are the flashers.
I know I've blinded myself a few times with those lights.
Right.
Jeff, is this the picture we wanted to show?
What's that?
Oh, Jeff linked to a picture, and I was asking if this was the Cobra interior. Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, I can't see any of the comments if somebody's saying something. Kind of sucks for that. Guess I could get Roxy's phone in here and watch that. She'd probably kill me. She hates when I touch her phone.
No, I don't know how it would work on a phone because, like I said, I don't have one, never used one. But I know on YouTube there's the three little dots up above the chat where it says like top chat, live chat, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on that, there's an option for pop out chat. I know you can do it on a computer and have it overlay anything on the back of your screen so you don't actually have to be on that channel.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that would work on a phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm using. It's my iPhone.
So, I mean, if you were to go to the stream and actually have the chat on your screen, I don't know if we can still see you or not, but if you can, then just put it on the chat part. You don't need to see what we got going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, just anybody that's in the chat ought to know that if they're asking me something, they ain't going to hear it. They ain't going to get an answer.
Well, we'll point it out to you.
Yeah, so but if anything really important comes up, that I can stick it up on the screen.
Yeah, and that you should be able to see.
I figured as soon as Jeff or Mike's seen I was on here, they'd be jumping on.
Well, Jeff's in the chat. He's not feeling good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he said.
Mike's in the chat. I don't know what he's doing.
Mini
Butch is
Mike.
in the chat.
East Coast
Don's in the chat.
Don's in the chat. Paul.
East is in the chat. Yeah, Paul's in the chat.
Notorious Mini Mike.
Does it feel different being in the stream instead of in the chat?
Marcy?
It's easier on my fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't use the microphone feature on mine.
Yeah. Oh, neither do I. Now, granted, I've got a Samsung Galaxy, but I don't do any of the voice recognition stuff on it at all. I've got that completely
There is Michael.
disabled.
Notorious Mini Mike.
It's a mini Mike.
What's up, guys?
There's
Howdy,
Midget
howdy.
Kevin,
Mike. There's
the
Midget
new
Mike.
guy. Before I forget, Kevin, if you do have two phones, like literally, I'm on my iPhone right now, and I
Yeah.
have my other phone over here on the side where I'm watching the chat. So you can do it with two phones. I know there was some discussion on whether you could or couldn't. You definitely can.
Well,
I
you can
do not-
definitely
I don't
do it
own a
with
PC.
two. The thing is, it's hard to do it with just one phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's You get if you guys were watching the other day when Fafa let me show the tour of my one-to-one shop.
Yeah.
It sucks because in order to hear, you have to have the YouTube on. Of course, there's that delay, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
As I'm trying to
want the
tell
echo.
everybody what's going on in the shop, I'm getting 5 seconds later, I'm getting myself back, and not only did I hear it and it threw me off, but it cut out what I was saying every time. What I said
Yeah.
5 seconds ago, when I was trying to say now, it would cut out what I was saying now and play and break it. It was horrible. So if you
Well,
want
that's
to talk, then you got to turn like this one. I've got turned down. You see them when they get an echo, it's because they got the volume up. So if I turn the volume up, you get an echo.
Yeah.
For me, what I do, since I have StreamYard on this monitor in front of me, and I've got chat on my monitor kind of off to the side, I just click the little speaker icon in the bottom of the YouTube screen and mute YouTube. Just completely mute it.
Yeah, I
Here's the real
completely
truth. I don't-
listen
I-
just through StreamYards. I do
Yeah.
the YouTube part.
I don't even own a PC. That's the real truth.
Why not?
Me neither.
I just never. I've got a laptop that I use at the shop, my one-to-one shop. But the way things are now, I order off the laptop when I'm ordering parts for customers because it's a bigger picture and I can show the customer the picture of the part or whatever, and I can order it on there. But
And the buttons
with
are easier to push.
the way the accounting is now, it's all handled through whatever I run through my bank. So my accountant's like, I just watch your bank.
I like Papa's, not his last comment, but second to last comment.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't see it. What you say?
What'd he say?
Put that
Little Jimmy calls moped
Mike
because he
he
wants to ride him like a big girl.
There
And you
might be
and
some
you
truth to that. There might be some truth to that. Y'all don't pick on me because I'm different.
keep it clean, for
Right? Keep it clean.
can't be nice only on your channel.
The only problem I ever had with the 70.5 AMT Camaro was trying to get the front end up underneath the body once you get everything put together.
I don't remember why I put mine back away.
It's easier if you don't put the front valance on the nose, but it's still a pain in the butt because the fender wells, you have to spread the fenders in order to get the wheel wells in there.
Yeah.
The Camaro's tuck in quite a bit down around the rocker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle, but it's been done more than enough times to know it's doable. But that's the number one problem I've seen with that kit. Otherwise, the parts are nice. You might have some sinkholes either in the roof or the trunk that you want to check for. But otherwise, the rest of it works out pretty decent.
Yeah.
I mean, sinkholes in the trunk is like 80% of the model kits out there. So.
Yeah. Anywhere there's a peg or anything underneath them.
You
You're
know,
not going to get away from that. That
Yeah.
same with the rooftops. You know, 'cause sometimes there's 4 push marks or whatever up under
Ejector pin marks, yeah.
injector pins. Yeah.
That's the way with that 56 Thunderbird of monogram. That thing, they ruined the fins on that car with them sink marks.
I've only had one kit that I will not buy again if I can help it because of the pin marks. The 57 Chevy Revell with
Oh,
the
yeah.
opening door, hood, trunk. Every single part has like 1/4-inch pegs sticking off of it, like longer than brand new tires have. You know,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
and they've reissued that kit time and time and time again, and it's still the same
Yeah.
way. You
In
know?
fact, I think you can still get that particular kit at Hobby Lobby right now.
Yeah, isn't it the Ed Roth version or something with the flames on
I
it?
think so. Yeah.
But yeah, that I mean, all the other kits in the series, no problems. You know, the 55, the 56 Chevy with the doors opening and stuff, no problem. None of the Hot Rod series, no problems. The
Yeah.
Volkswagen Beetle, like the Killer Bug and whatever the other one was,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where they got the triangle chrome sheet.
Yeah.
The 57 is the only one that has that much pin marks everywhere.
Yeah. On Camaro kits, I've got 67, 68, like 6 or 7 69s. I've got an 82. I've got an 85. And I've got 2 2017s.
I got my
You got too many Camaros. there
Hemi
for
Cuda
cars.
convertible from Jimmy today.
Ain't no such
Nice.
thing as too many Camaros.
Yeah, there is.
Parts
Not
are pretty decent in that kit, ain't they, there, Mike?
You
I'll
know what?
make
I haven't
all
even
kind of
opened it up
enemies.
yet. If you want the real truth, I got a
Hating on
48
Camaro.
Lincoln and a 37 Ford that I got from another place today. I hadn't even opened them up.
I think there's like 74, 78 parts in the CUDA kit. It's not a whole lot.
But the one thing I did get from Jimmy, he told me he sent me a special gift, and he did. I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count what he sent me.
Was
His
it a Mountain
leprechaun
Dew?
hat.
Mountain Dew can. he sent me a Mountain Dew can. And not a Mountain Dew, mind you, a Mountain Dew can.
Can.
It's empty.
An empty can.
I basically got a can in Jimmy's DNA.
It
Yeah,
cost,
now voodoo. I sense voodoo.
Oh, and he
it
drank.
cost an extra $10 in shipping to send a can that had soda in it.
Yeah.
Cheaper to give you $1 and tell you to go get one.
Hey, Mike.
That would have been cheaper.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Save that can for next girl you get pregnant. You can hand in his.
You're right. Hand that to her. There you go. No, that's funny, but my days of getting anybody pregnant are long since over.
Oh, you never know.
I'm too selfish. Oh, I do know. I cut, tied, fried, whatever you can do.
Oh, okay. I know guys my age are on their 3rd litter of kids already. It's like,
Oh,
you gotta be
wow.
kidding.
Listen, everybody has a different opinion, and I get it, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I get it. But
Everybody,
I had one. I did I reprocreated, or whatever you want to call it.
yeah.
I am entirely too selfish. I'll be straight up. I'm entirely too selfish. I don't want kids. They are
I-
too freaking expensive.
I had my
they are.
chance, and she's 40 years old now. So
Mine's 20. Well, he's 24. He was born in September of 2000, so he'll be
Yeah.
24 this year.
Yeah, my daughter just turned 22.
Don't get me wrong. I love him to death, but I'm happy he don't live at home no more.
I was
Right?
accidentally blessed with all the women I've been with already been fixed.
I spent a lifetime dating MILFs. I mean, literally everybody I ever dated since I was like 16 had kids already.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nope, I'm done. The one I got, my girl now, is a little bit older than me. She's got a grown kid that lives here, but that's not near as bad as a kid.
Yeah.
no.
Like I
Infant.
said, I enjoy them. Don't get me wrong, but I love to give them back when I'm done.
I think that's one of the best things about being a grandparent.
That's what I'd say. I'd probably make a good granddad, but I suck as a dad.
Because that way you get to go over to your kid's house and spend time with your grandkid
Wind them up.
and wind them up, spoil the bejeebers out of them,
And send
and
them home.
then hand them back to mommy, daddy, and say, "Here you go, have fun. See you
Don't-
later."
don't Don't forget to sugar them up first. Make sure
Oh,
you
yeah.
get them got all kinds of candy. Oh yeah. That's the
Sugar
way to go.
and caffeine. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, load them up. Mountain Dew, baby.
Well, you know, I wouldn't make a good dad, but I would make a good teacher if the school was Hard Knocks.
Yeah, right.
That kid would grow up learning some shit the hard way real quick.
My kid grew up knowing that at 15 years old, I got kicked out of the house. Told him go on about my way, and I went to work, did what I had to do, finish school, and whatnot. He's like, "You're not kicking me out at 15." I said, "No, sir. I'll wait till you're 18." 18 years old, I threw him a hell of a party, and I'm like, "There's the door, brother. Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out."
Yeah.
I
don't know a whole lot about the Camaros, Jeff, but I know the Revell's bringing out the 68 400 Firebird again with the classic Firebird decal for the hood.
Nice.
That's
Is that
going
going to have
sharp.
the slant 6 in it as an option too?
Hey,
No,
Mike.
the Revell one, no, it's 400.
That's the Revell, yeah.
Hey, Mike, where's your hat?
I got which one? I got a bunch of them.
You're kind of blinding us here.
Am I? I need my
Yeah.
goggles. I can't wear my hat with my beer goggles. So.
Look at that freaking clear coat mat on top.
Each one of us do that. They're all in trouble.
Yeah.
They'll think we're on the planets, right?
Well, what that is really is some flesh tone from scalefinishes.com with a code 500 clear on top of it from scalefinishes.com.
Doesn't come from
Where you can
I
get
think
your
collection?
10% discount, right?
Right.
I swear.
So what you do, since you can't wear your ball cap, at least put a do-rag on. Surely you
Oh,
got
no,
it.
that's not good.
Break out
Here's
that
the real
golf
truth.
coat.
I can't even wear a do-rag riding the bike. I don't know what it is. Something about it. I mean, I wear a ball cap all the time. I wear, those bucket hats or whatever. But a do-rag where it's squeezing the whole top of my head, I can't do it.
Hey, I know with all that paint there, you got some doll coat.
I do got some dough.
Get it by the
You
coat
wanna-
with Testor's dull coat. There you go.
Need acrylic dull coat, lacquer dull coat, enamel dull coat. What kind of dull
Whatever,
coat you need? I
whatever
get a little bit
tricks
of
you
everything.
trigger.
Whatever's going to
Actually-
do the job to make it so you ain't blinding us with that dome of yours.
Well, here's
Actually,
one I can-
if you have any and you want to look like you got some hair, spray it with some black chalkboard paint.
there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Now
Oh,
you
that
can't worry
round
about that.
peel stuff, the perfect hair was the spray paint, that chalk paint that sprayed on your head.
Yeah, remember
we
that
know,
for
we know
Halloween?
you got a lot of paint.
I was just turning around so you didn't have to see my top of my head.
That's all right. I was just teasing you.
It's a fa-fa.
Oh, we got a Fafa in the house. There he is.
Fo-fo-fo-fo.
He
Let's
woke
see if
up.
they can pull it up. This is the last time I do it, Kevin. And
Uh-oh.
then my 6970, which I didn't want to drag out, we'll start the parade with the oldest.
Oh, it's show and tell time?
This is my last home shopping network, Terry Shopping Network crap I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
It's got all the parts in it. And this is the original one. See, most people don't realize MPC did the first Z73 Camaro.
Spit it out, man.
And the thing is, I actually watched the guy who raced this car race in person here in Vermont.
You didn't get.
Split bumper. Yeah.
I thought you were about to show that stalker that I was looking for. And I was like, Jeff, I want that car.
Man.
Then I got this one. And this one.
So I take it when you say you want the 76, you want the annual with the numbers on it on the box like that, right?
Yeah.
Now
Don's
you gotta
right.
build them all.
76, 77, 78 were all the same. And this is the one I have a feeling you may be talking about, Mike.
Not me, but not me, Mike. No.
No, I've got the street burner one, the yellow one.
I'm looking for the super stalker, the one that was a.
I showed you where it was.
Yeah, you sure did.
Didn't say it was. Them things aren't cheap. Them
No, they
MPC
aren't.
Camaro Super Stalkers.
No, that and the Mustang are hard to find and they're expensive. Some guy posted on Facebook today that he found one at a yard sale and some other stuff, and I'm like, dude, is that for sale?
Hey,
So-
Jeff, while you have it out, what do the back tires on the mild or wild Camaro kit look like?
Well, let me see. Oh, give me a second. I'll open it. But before I do that, Mike,
Sir?
It's probably them split tires that you got to try to glue together.
can you tell me
Is
what
that-
body
that's
that
kind
is?
of what I was curious
Is
of.
that
if they
a-
were just
is that
big
a
slicks or
GTO?
oversized slicks.
Nope.
That's not the
That's-
GTO.
That's the 99 Chevelle,
99.
number 99.
Oh, okay.
Number 99
Yeah.
Chevelle. Okay.
See,
yeah,
there
I
was,
saying-
contrary to great belief, there was only 4 original ones, and then they came with the Monte Carlo and the GTO, like you're saying.
I think
As
a lot
the
of guys
original
our
set.
age, that was their first build. Yeah.
I don't
But,
have a Chevelle. I've got an old, so I've got the 66 Chevy. I've got a Monte
See,
Carlo.
you're-
I don't have a damn. I don't have a Chevelle.
Some of them,
they
they
got
never
a
made it-
Fairlane and an Oldsmobile, right?
They never made an Oldsmobile one. Okay,
Superstocker did.
no,
They're modified stuff. AMT.
that's an AMT modified stalker. That's a totally different series.
Yeah. As far as building goes, it's actually a better kit than the NPC. The NPCs were, the wheels on them were really goofy.
Yeah, these are the wild tires, and the rear wild tires, and the Grumpy's Camaro are the same ones, Ryan. The old like M&H Race Masters or Goodyear Blue Streaks. Or something.
Okay, yeah, they're not super wild. They're just
No,
slicks.
Like,
I was thinking they would be smaller than like the Gypsy Wagon, Royal Rail kind of massive thing that you'd find on like Funsters and stuff like that. Thanks for showing me. That helps.
you're welcome. You can take me
Yeah, I
off
got-
live stream, Bob. If you'd
I got a
please.
question here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I got a question. Where's my toolbar? If I want to show stuff on camera, it was
You
down
got to
below.
be on the StreamYards page, and then
Last
you
night
hit.
it was down below on the bottom here.
Are you on StreamYards?
It says StreamYard at the top.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you got the duck on there.
It's
Go to
either
more.
the 3 buttons.
Yeah,
You
go to
wanna-
more.
I'm
You want
not
to show a
seeing.
picture? Is that what you want to do?
I'm not seeing the same toolbar I was last night. All I got's a gray bar along the top.
Do you have 3 dots on the screen anywhere?
No.
That's weird.
Usually it's the 3 dots, and that opens up more options. Or
Yeah, because mine's got the 3 dots that says more. If you click on that, that's when you can do what, presentation or whatever they call it.
present. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm not
Yeah.
seeing it.
whereas my Camaro kits, the 67 and the 68 are the AMTs. My 69s
Maybe I
are
gotta go
well,
this way.
Motor City Muscles. My 82 is the one that I just recently purchased up from Terry 2, and it's an NPC.
Donald.
The 85 is a Revell,
Oh, there it is.
and then the 2017s are Revels. No, they're AMTs. I'm sorry. It's a Don.
Here we go.
Howdy.
What's up,
How you
Don?
doing tonight?
I'm as full as a tick. I still brought food home. I played come with
Did
a
you go
pound
noodling?
of-
Did you go noodling for your dinner?
Nah. I went and met my buddy Lawrence. He wanted some parts. And I had him a package fixed up here. So I went and met him over at Top of the River. He bought dinner and bought parts.
Hey, and by the way, Don, you missed a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told I keep telling Jimmy it's not Moped Mike. I can't let him be called that. It's just wrong. Then it dawned on me.
Moped
He
Mike.
uses Mike as a moped like he does a big girl. That's just wrong to do to Mike.
We're not. Well, mopeds
See, I
are
said
like that,
something
girls. They're
nice.
fun to run.
Oh, that's nice, Kevin.
Until your friends catch you doing it.
Right, exactly, Jeff. They're fun to ride. Too.
I don't know. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing?
We're seeing the blue blue Thunderbird.
Does it look blue? It's actually like an aqua.
Yeah, aqua. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not
With
blue.
big old fat white walls on the tires. That looks
This is
nice.
a sharp
Yeah, this
looking
is
car.
a 18th scale Maisto that I picked up back in, what was it, 99? It's a die cast. I stripped it, and I think Ford missed the boat with their design on this one.
Ford missed
Now,
everything.
that new bird was never very attractive. It got a
If
little
they-
bit of
I think
push
if-
at first, but
I think if they'd have put some fender skirts and some options on it, they probably would have still been making them. That's my opinion. They got the neat ass tail lights on these though. I mean, look at it. You can even pick it up by the door. How beefy. That would have been a good one to put lights in.
Yeah.
right. Dude, I'm trying to custom design and build my own airbag system here. I've actually got the control arms from Iceman, but
Those wheels and tires are off of the another Maisto, the 53 Cadillac.
How
the
can you
big
pass a law that's already in existence?
Huh?
because it's the United States, anything's possible.
Man.
As soon as
I-
Kevin gets done, don't
No,
look
go
at
ahead. I'm
scre-
done.
I
Don't
went down
look
the
at
rabbit
the-
hole today and started watching those stupid political things that the Senate's doing. And I'm like, what am I doing? That was 30 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
No, I'll tell you why. Because once you realize just how corrupt they really are,
All of them.
Man.
Every damn one.
and they're all run by the three-letter company in Langley, Virginia. End of story.
They're all run by money.
I'm going to have
Now
to
I'm
figure
gonna-
out what I did here. Sorry, guys.
I'll flip the camera back.
If Bob would be nice enough to do the percent screen. Hold it. Let's see if I can bring that up a little bigger. Who wouldn't be in model kit Nirvana?
Boop, boop, boop.
Heaven.
Yeah,
Spit it out.
shut up.
Oh, that's me right there. Skip to the loo, my darling.
I'm
You
not
don't
a
wanna- you don't
VW
wanna know
fan,
what
but
you don't want to know what the Maverick goes for.
I know. I do got a guy that actually has, and you saw on that post I made the other day, Jeff.
Yeah.
The guy's got two of them. He's gonna go dig it out, make sure he's got it, and he
I
wants
got
to
this
trade
as
me
a,
for
ooh,
one of them.
I got this as a
there we
go.
freebie. This is an original 72. Not that. Get back there. Damn it. Thought I'd show you guys some porn, plastic porn.
Right, plastic porn.
So, Mobius is fixed to kill the price on that Johan Maverick.
I know. That's
That's
why
a
I'm
good
not going
thing.
crazy because Fafa showed me that. Showed me that they're going to come out with it, and by God, when they do, did you know? You guys know Adam from Sodak?
yep.
Mhm.
He's got the
Yeah.
Revell version of that Maverick. And he was like, hey, man, I'll trade you for that Starlight that you got. And I'm like, well, I don't know what that thing's worth. I don't want to give you a good deal, and I don't want to get ripped off either, you know?
Well, his,
And that would've been-
his
they're
favorite
$250
stuff
for the
is
kit.
mid 50 to early 60s big cars. That's
Yeah, but
his
that-
era.
That 71 comment that Revell did is $250 on eBay. I think
Right,
you're at
but
it.
it's very much like the deal you just made with Jimmy. It's a car that he's
Yeah.
not
Oh, no, he didn't
really
want to do that.
attached to. I know, but it's a car that he's not as attached to. 'Cause like I said, he loves the 50s to 60s, the
Yeah.
big cars, right?
Okay,
That's
just for
his
shits and,
era.
sorry about that, Ryan. Just for shits and giggles, an honest answer from you. An honest answer for you, Michael.
Yeah.
Two. How many of them are actually empty boxes? I don't
No.
need an exact number.
None of them. None of them are empty boxes. They're all,
All right, now let's have a little fun. Pick your camera up and show us. Because I have no clue what kit you're talking about.
Which one? The Starlight one that I showed you the other day?
Just show us all of them, except for the NASCAR. Nobody cares about NASCAR.
Well, that's most of them. All right,
Yeah,
so
he
hang
cares
on.
on NASCAR, right?
I can't see what you guys can see, but we've got a stack here.
Yeah, Bob
Run
is
through
slacking.
for-
He ain't putting break screen.
Well, hang on. I can't
I'm
even
sorry,
see what
I'm
you guys see.
texting Jess right now.
Oh, I was
Can't even see what
texting.
you guys see. I'm
Who
waiting for
was
big
on my
screen.
big
dude.
screen? And Mike?
Yeah, I guess that's
Okay.
what they want. So I don't know how to turn the camera
Well, that's
around.
scary.
Let me try to turn the camera around so I can see what you guys are seeing. Uh-oh. No, I shut the camera off.
Magic Mike.
Hang
He's
on,
not
give me a minute.
He's not magic.
It's
Settings,
Minnie.
camera. All right, camera. No, it won't let me turn it around without getting in and out. So I'm gonna go back. Oh, I'm out now. Hang on, I'll be right back.
You got to go to dual camera, I think.
Yeah, I don't
Listen
know
to
how to
me.
do this. I'm trying to figure this out. Hang on.
Let
Look-
me just say in advance, I'm sorry if I pick out the one kit out of all yours that doesn't belong with the rest.
High value
Look.
kits. That's for true.
No,
wanna-
not high value. They're just the oddball that doesn't look like it fits in the rest of the collection.
Bob, kick me out. I don't know how to get out, so kick me out. Hang on.
Yeah,
maybe
I
can
think
come in.
Mike went to the same camera school I did.
Yeah, I suck at this. I've done it before, but I suck at it.
You're still going to kick you
Well,
out?
just walk
Yeah, just kick
around
me out.
with your point it with the front and just walk around and come back.
It's not technical difficulty. It's just learning impaired.
You're talking to Kevin Smith, for God's sake.
It's
And
got to
Jeff,
be
and-
something you care about before you want to learn it.
Yeah.
If I don't care about it, I'm not learning it.
Well, here's a model video idea for you all. How to use the damn cameras on your phone.
Yeah.
Looks like
I
the
think it-
camera's working there, Mike.
You're doing good, Mikey. Oh, I like that van back there, VW van.
Hold on a minute. I'll be back.
All right.
I love the 70 CUDA AAR. Those are great kits.
All American Racing.
It's funny
I
how
gotta
the
get me-
AAR CUDA body has better proportions than the 71.
God, you can keep them things. Them things are a nightmare to put together.
Barracuda.
See, now you got some modified stalkers, them are the AMTs.
Talking about it does sound good.
Hey, TI 4438.
No, Bob will put me to shame. Bob will be up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Me? Yeah, probably. I'll still be up at 5, more than likely.
I might be.
I need some braided hose.
Master there, Mike.
If I'm up at 5 a.m., it's because I'm having to take a
And a lot of protein.
Yeah, I better plug back in.
That's a nifty looking resin piece.
That's a Jimmy Flintstone, right?
Mike's got his camera muted, so if he's talking to us, we can't hear him.
How's
There you
that?
go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you now.
That
All right.
helps.
All right. So you saw all the dirt cars, right?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, there's the dirt cars.
He's
There's the
being
dirt car.
sarcastic, Mike.
All right, I'm starting over. Dirt cars. You saw the Detail Master stuff.
The Protect.
The Protec. I've got a lot of Jimmy Flintstone stuff. I say a lot. I don't have a lot.
Hey,
I
you
got a
give
few
me
things.
all the Protec and the model detail master stuff, and I'll send you a Marlin.
I got one on the way. Well, I say I got one on the way. I still haven't seen it, but the
Deal's
answer to that is
okay.
no.
You lost a deal then.
Yes, that's the answer is no. Then the West is model quarter cars. Some of the old ASA cars, Jeff, you might know those.
Yep. Butch Miller,
then-
Bob Seneca, Jeff Neal,
Yeah.
Jeff Neal, Daryl Waltrip, Jeff Neal.
Yep. And then the Alclad starts there. That's paint. It's all NASCAR all the way around the room on the top row, 3D. Then we get over here to this corner.
I know where to sell my NASCAR kits too.
Little Stogie.
And then we got, this is all A&P stuff, but it's relative. Oh, there you go,
Hey,
Jeff. I'm right.
hey.
That's the
No,
one you're
that-
looking. That's the
No,
one you're
that's
looking.
not the one I'm looking for. One of them you just showed.
Which one? That Stogie?
No, the one that says number 6 and it's red, white, and blue above a cooler.
Yeah, no, that's an AMC. You're not getting an AMC, even for another AMC. Then we go down here to the mess. All right, so that goes down. Then we get over here to the Tamiya. Actually, we'll get up here to the Jeeps. And the Jeeps. And the NASCAR is all on the top. There's some pro stock stuff there. And then the NASCAR, you guys don't care about the NASCAR stuff. Then down there, some of the older cars coming this way. That's more of the JR Salvino stuff. More. This is my overflow right now because I got to put everything upstairs or up on the top shelf where it goes. It's my Tamiya stuff.
I like them kits, but I don't like they don't have a motor in them. I just can't get myself to enjoy that.
Right. And then I got some of the new Ollie's releases. And then my sacred corner, that's the only thing I've got is probably any real value. I got a bunch of truck kits down here.
I know somebody looking for that moving on rig in the worst way.
Yeah, I fought to get that one. It's been started, but
It's a Kenworth W925.
yeah, it's the same one as the white one that's out. It
Yep.
just says moving on the box. But that's essentially it there. And then of course, you said you didn't care about the NASCAR stuff, but the NASCAR stuff goes all the way on the top. Oh yeah, I forgot. Hang on. I got the that 8th scale bobtail. I got seniors build there. The Crooks, that Bronco down at the bottom. There's another layer of kits behind that's hiding. There's 3 layers of kits there that's hiding. All the NASCAR triple stuff. And the
You're
other
not
one
doing that Anglia for
That Penske team is a bucket list for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that Penske team, it was one for me too till I finally got it. And
You don't need it no
that's
more.
pretty much. Oh yeah, I got some more junk down here. Little Red Wagon, that's a good one. But mostly paint booths and you know about all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much a breakdown of the kits.
Well, you'll be glad to know I only seen one kit I had any interest in, and I'm not really that interested in.
Yeah, most of these kits are newer stuff.
It was a
Like I
show
said-
rod, little stogie.
Nope. Nope. I bet you none of you could guess which one I saw.
I
Well, I
saw the
wouldn't.
VW van. I got dibs on that, man.
Nope.
East Coast.
seen-
The reason he has a bed and sink and bathroom in there is because his girlfriend kicks him out when he snores.
Yeah.
Well, this is the
I got-
doghouse. This is the doghouse.
It's literally that's
Even
literally
my
the
dog
truth.
wouldn't mind living there.
Right?
It's the only time Mike doesn't care if he gets sent to his room.
Right? You get punished. No, that is the truth though. I snore, so I can't.
It's like, can I?
Right. I spend my time with her and then go out.
So is that a gremlin and a pacer?
Yeah, well, the pacer. I'm building that pacer. I've been working on that for a while, but right now I'm working on this Hudson.
Yeah, you got a photo on your
Yeah.
page that you want to do of
They're
it.
ugly enough, and you got to blend them.
Oh, I love them. I
Hey,
love them.
hey,
I'm an
hey,
AMC guy.
Hey, Mike, this is
Yeah.
a case of the pot calling the kettle black. Just so
Huh?
you know.
Trying to figure out how to turn
It
this
takes
camera back
ugly to
around.
know ugly. That's all
Oh
I'm
well,
saying.
see, hey, there might be some scale finishes paint up there too. All those bottles you
Might
see up
be.
there, all scale finishes paint. And then, like I said, the Alclad's over there. I'm trying to figure
I'm
out.
starting to think he gets 30% for a plug.
I get the same thing y'all get, 10% off whatever.
Mike, it was a
Oh, I
joke,
did get these.
Mike.
I
it
did
was
get
a
these
joke.
two today. I got this one from just the one Jimmy sent me. And then I got these guys today: the Lincoln, the 48 Lincoln, and the 37 Ford. They're not rare or hard to find, but they were cool. Got deals on those. But if anybody's interested in this Bobtail T and wants to trade, let me know. Because if it's an AMC, I'm interested. I'll probably never build that Bobtail T, and it's all there, but it's on a 1/8 scale. Thing's freaking huge.
Hey, reach out to Blind Brian. I mean, got Fuels model cars. He's in the big kits.
All right, I'll do that. I'm trying to turn the
Brian's gonna
camera
kill
back.
me. I am such a mean human being.
All right. Now I got to figure out: do I
Oh.
push the X or do I push the arrow to go back?
I think
This
the
is where-
arrow.
This is where I screw up. So let me see if I push the X. See, it booted me out again. But I could probably come back just like that.
You do the little circle on the camera and it pushes around.
And close that.
Hi, Tim.
Well.
First time seeing you.
Yeah, the only kit that I saw in Mike's collection that I had any interest in was
There you
the
go.
Out the
cruise
trash. You want to go with me?
was the Cruising
Papa.
America 49 Mercury, because that's the paint job that's modeled after George Barris's car that was in the movie H.B. Halicki's The Junk Man. And that's the only reason I'd care about it, because it's an H.B. Halicki movie car. And a Barris, which makes it a show ride. But otherwise, it's just an AMT kit. There's nothing special about it other than it's a chop top. And holographic peel and stickers, but whoopee-doo.
Something else that I'm considering doing with this Chevy that I'm bashing up is I want to open up the doors on it, but there's not a lot of space right here for this rear door to put any kind of hinges. And there's even not a lot of space at the front door behind the front door and the fender to put hinges in it either. And then there's the fact that cutting out the doors, I'd have to take and glue something between the cowl and the front of the roof line, because the doors, the A-pillar is part of the door.
When I did a little Hot Wheel and opened the doors on it, had the same problem. And what you have to do is build an inside A-pillar first.
Yeah.
You have to set your window in there, build the A-pillars, remove the windshield, remove the A-pillars, then cut the doors out.
Yeah. And well, thing is on this particular kit, the windshield goes in from outside the kit.
Right, so you're just mounting from the top and the bottom. You ain't got nothing on the side. But even on the real vehicle, there's an inside A-pillar, so you kind of have to build that. And for that, I'd just use a piece of round stock, not tube, but round stock, and kind of file it down a little bit so it's flat on the two sides where the window and the door meet, and then reasonably rounded somewhat on the inside, so you have enough material that you get that angle curved up to the headliner and down to the dash. But if you do that before you cut the dash or the door off, then you have the exact measurements you need.
Yeah.
But see, now y'all know my secret. That's why I got so many kits, because none of them are worth anything.
I think Chum Lady even said that. You only put out one of the shoes.
I don't know, Mike. I think even if you averaged out $10-15 a kit, you still got a decent looking collection there, man.
Well, the biggest thing is the NASCAR stuff is, except for what I had, I've never paid over $5 for a NASCAR, but I get them even way cheaper than that. It's like that one that I just traded off to Jimmy. The old man was retired and sold me 30 kits for like 30 or 40 kits for like $100. I bought 60 kits one time for $60, and they were probably out of that. They were all NASCAR, but probably out of that 60, 50 of them were still sealed. They're up there. The J.R. Salvino's kits, I'm a Kid of the Month club, so I pay those are like $43 delivered.
Just
But everything
to
else-
answer Sergio's question, yes, there's a
That's-
couple of model museums out there.
The
But the
biggest
odds
one
of
being in
getting-
Salt Lake.
The odds of getting your stuff in there, you actually have to be labeled as a model master to have a good chance of that. But they're not going to just buy your collection when you pass away and put them all in there with your name on them. That they're probably not going to do. But if you're somebody who's been to freaking every NNL East show or whatever, and world known, chances are you might end up that way.
You talking
Or
about
if,
the
if
museum?
your kit has some
Yeah.
significance, meaning it was in a magazine not just any magazine, but like
It's got to
dominated
have
magazine.
enough prominence behind
There,
it.
that's the word I'm looking for.
Prominence.
That's the one.
It's kind of like getting into a Barrett Jackson auction. They ain't just letting you take your daily driver there to auction.
There's
off.
one
That's
in,
not gonna happen.
I can't think of it. He
Isn't
used
there
to
one
work
in
at
Ohio
Skip.
or Missouri or something?
I know there's one in Illinois, in Chicago, and then there's the big one, the International Model Car Museum in Salt Lake City.
That's the only one I know of. And they go by donations or consignment, I think.
Didn't one of them just shut down for some reason or move? Maybe they moved, or maybe I don't have a clue what I'm talking.
They were
about.
talking about moving it to that World of Speed or whatever that is.
Okay,
That
maybe
in
that's,
Illinois.
maybe that's what I'm thinking.
It's up
Yeah.
up in Nebraska or something like that.
No,
I remember it was an odd
rather than
placement.
trying to get your built models into an actual model car museum, which there's limited, a car museum that's a smaller town kind of off the wall museum, they'll use them for decoration filler all around the facility.
If you want to get
There's-
your models out there, go to a show and get taking pictures in the magazine. That's how you get your stuff out there. Unless you're on the internet.
Well, you can become a certified model master builder,
Yeah.
whether it's at a show or through contacts, people who know people, but
You can be on the internet, and I promise you can post all the pictures you want of your kit, but if nobody sees it, you
Yeah.
won't get recognized.
for me, I don't think I'll ever end up in the Show Rod Model Kits magazine that you got, the collector's book. But there are some kits that I've created from scratch that I hope do tend to have a little bit of a legacy, one of ones out there for a future generation to stumble on and go, holy shit,
Well, your contest annuals and that's where they usually show up. Unless you're doing a feature. I think I had one actual article that they published, but they gave the credit, I think, to Jim Keeler. I wrote all the text and he did all the editing, so he got the credit. Of course, they mentioned that I was the builder, but if you look back, and I think it's between 2002 to 2004, you'll find that build in the Model Cars magazine. It was a 58 Olds wagon.
If I could choose what would happen to my kits the day I pass away in my will or, written express, do this with them.
Mm-hmm.
The entire lot has to go to a family with 2 boys under 16 years old, and they get the whole lot. Tools, parts, supplies, everything.
Yep.
And they have to be into cars,
Find
not
somebody like
dinosaurs and helicopters or whatever.
find
boys
somebody
are
like
into.
Jonathan that's a builder, then you know that something will get done with them.
Yeah.
Right, but I would prefer at least 2 boys in the family
Yeah.
so that they can build together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
They
know,
can
it
fight
really
over
doesn't
shit,
have
but
to
there's
be
more
boys.
than enough parts. They won't have to fight too much.
I mean, that
Yeah.
kid builds a lot of models.
Yeah, and it really doesn't even have to be boys. I mean, girls do
Yeah.
that too. I
Oh,
mean,
sure.
so many girls. There's not a whole lot of girls that are into this particular hobby, but there's
Oh,
a
my daughter's been known to go to the shows with me. She's went to Monroe and Toledo NNL. She's got a couple trophies herself. So
yeah. Well, I
Well,
mean,
I'm not saying I'd be opposed to having a girl get them and be all happy about it and be into cars. That'd be fucking awesome. I watch a lot of YouTube channels with lady hosts who do car stuff because,
Yeah.
I mean,
You
they
got-
do their shit, you know.
Yeah. Here in this particular community, you've got Marcy and Jess. They both build.
Britta.
Matthew Inman's daughter Ruthie builds. She's even been featured in a couple of different magazines on
Yeah.
her build.
Blue Ox Jason's wife builds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and Matthew Inman's wife
Linda
builds.
Fallsby from Massachusetts, the modeling chick. There's more of them out there. And go look at Doug White's channel and see the one he did on the woman he did. She can compete anywhere in the goddamn world. She is that damn good.
Yeah, she's
You're the one
pretty
that
good.
did the Red Bull bug.
I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. What
Red
was her
Bull
name,
Porsche
Jeff?
bug or whatever it was.
What was her name?
Well, what I recommend is go through your stash and put a little Post-it note in it or on each one what you paid for it and what it is. So, if, heaven forbid, when that day comes that your family has to deal with that stuff, that they know what's there. They don't give it all away for $2 to the kid down the street just for a target practice or whatever.
All right, guys.
Honestly, regardless of the
Did,
quality of my collection, there's enough here to say you can put a $10,000 price tag on it, firm, no less.
10 grand.
Point blank. I got
We'll weed
over
out.
500 built models. You count $10 a piece, there's $500 right there, no problem.
Yeah.
Or $5,000, whatever,
It may be a little.
I can tell you this without a doubt. If something happens to me, you guys on the lives and Facebook will know all about it because my girl will be like, somebody named Fafa, Fred, or Brian on here because I got to get rid of this shit.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
a little.
yeah, I
Problem
probably
is
not-
Brian and Papa would be Brian and Fred would be down there first because, well, they live closest.
They do
I
live
don't
the-
think any one of you or anybody else would even know if and when I passed away.
Same
You want to know
here.
how I know that? Because not one of you stay in contact with me outside of these.
Yeah. Well, same here. I mean,
Except for Kevin Smith is constantly, tonight, Kevin, I got to give you credit. You're giving me a break. Usually I'm getting about 50 texts from him, too, going, Jesus. Between Amanda, him, and Boston Buzz, a.k.a. Jar, I'm like,
What? What'd I do? You lost
I'm like
me.
constantly getting messages and like, damn, people. You can see
I'll
me
be
face
honest
to
with
face.
you. I'll be honest with you. I only have a handful of phone numbers from. I don't even have a handful of phone numbers. I have a handful of Messenger. I got Fafa, Brian, Jason from Blue Ox, and
I think-
Jason from KRD are the only people that I've contacted outside of these.
I think
Yeah, I
Jeff.
Yes, sir.
the only
Just
one
as
that
simple
has
as just
my
putting
number.
a Post-it note in the kit when you get it of what you paid for it and where or what you got,
Boston.
Brian has my email.
or a notebook or anything like
Oh,
that.
yes, he's got both.
At least they know. Have
Yeah.
a ballpark idea.
or
Mine are going to be all melted down to make my urine.
I mean,
That
there's
is you,
turned into
Fafa. I'm
voodoo.
going to Vermont.
there's a couple of y'all both in this chat as well as just in the greater community at large that that don't necessarily participate in these chats
Oh, yeah.
that I've communicated with via email, but not very many of you, and not anything considered anywhere near to being a regular communication. So,
All right,
you
guys.
know,
Sorry.
I'm just saying, I don't have any local friends who know how to get on the computer
All right, good night, Jeff.
and let people on my profile on Facebook know that I have a YouTube channel to hop in there and say something so that
Yeah.
people
It
can
does-
find out. You know what
It
I mean?
doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. You're in the middle of absolute East Bumfuck in every sense of the word.
Central
yes,
bumfuck Egypt.
Good night, everybody.
all
I'll
right,
see
Bye,
you
Papa.
tomorrow.
Good night.
kiss my ass.
We'll see you
Night,
on Brian
Jeff.
tomorrow night, buddy.
Hey, Jeff.
Think what?
Hey, Jeff. Kiss my
What?
ass.
The only thing that'd be kissing your ass is the front of my foot. Just saying.
You got to say it right.
No.
That's
Y'all
what,
kiss
that's
my
what
mother
Senior always did. He'd
ass.
say, hey, you, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass.
Have a good one,
Arse.
Jeff.
I always
You
liked the
do.
way you called me.
Get some
kid,
rest,
but-
brother.
oh,
Sleep
kid.
well.
Yeah, you're slurring your arse.
Alabama.
And I deer and
Get
sorrow.
some Benadryl in there, and then you'll really be rolling.
Yeah, well, he's all right.
But if I was like part of a local model club, they would know if something happened. They'd be able to stop by or
Yeah.
make contact and find out and then share the word.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that outside this house.
Huh.
I got literally no friends to go see anymore. Everybody I used to spend the last 15 years of service, volunteer service for, not one of them people have called in the last 3 years.
Oh wow.
So in other words, you're a recluse.
Well, the second Monday of January 2020, I was on the board of directors, and one of the people turned the rest of the board against me.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, look, seems none of you have any respect for me. Nothing I say or do from this point forward is going to make any difference to help this organization. So I have to resign.
Yep.
I have no point. There's nothing I can say or do at this point. So I walked away. And like I said, after 15 years of volunteer self-service for 7 days a week, for 15 fucking years, every single person I watched walk in and out that door, selfless service to them. And I mean, I've been helping freaking thousands of freaking people. Just so you know, it was the 12-step recovery program at an Alano club.
Yeah.
So people who are struggling, right? That need somebody. And I was always there.
Yeah.
And not a single one of them motherfuckers contacted me to say, hey, man, you doing all right? Where you been? We missed you.
Yeah.
Not a fucking one of them.
Yeah. Where's your sponsors at now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that was the second Monday of January 2020. And 2 days later, we found out about that whole COVID shit going around.
Yeah.
So I had no reason to go anywhere then. Had nowhere to go, nobody to contact with, nobody contacted me, and it's been what now, 4 years?
Yeah. Yeah. February 2nd when I had my heart attack. That was right after that's when all the shit hit the fan.
All right.
Oh, I mean, I'm in a similar boat to that there, Ryan. I mean, the only time I'm not sitting here at my desk, either participating in a live or working on a model or whatever, is if I'm at work running the occasional errands that I have to run for like grocery shopping and stuff like that. And then once a month on the second Friday of the month is my model club meeting. Other than that, I'm here. I don't go out and socialize, and for the most part, all my friends in the world are you guys.
Yeah, online.
This is my
Same here.
socialization right here. If
You
it
know,
weren't for this,
my YouTube channel started with the video games because I was in a video gaming community and they wanted me to play with them, right?
mm-hmm.
My computer wasn't capable. They all pitched in together, bought me a computer. I started playing games with them. My channel started growing and doing its thing.
Well, hey,
That community turned on me as well because of one fucktard.
yeah.
And then, so I walked away from them, but I obviously still playing games. And then, so I have this real issue with community things. It's like I'll be a part of it, but I sure as hell ain't fucking doing anything anymore.
Yeah.
No secretary, treasurers, none of that. No, fuck all of that shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in two model clubs that meet once a month. I run and operate an off-road shop, so I hold a Jeep social every month, the second Wednesday of every month. I do a Jeep ride every month, and there's at least, the socials will have at least 100 people there. On the rides, there'll be 50, 60, that's an exaggeration lately, 20, 30 Jeeps there.
Gumby.
And it's
Gumby.
just all the time going and doing. This is my chance to sit down and take a break. That's what I love about this hobby is it's my opportunity to shut out the world, hang out with you guys, and not have to deal with all the social.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, East. I know it's late over there in the UK.
Yep.
Good night, East Coast. Have a good night,
Night,
brother.
Craig.
Sleep well. Kiss my ass.
Guess it's Craig, right?
I think it's Gary, ain't it?
No,
Not Gary's Ride to Win.
That's Ride to Win.
Oh,
I
Ride
think
to
East
Win, yeah.
Coast is Craig. That's why I got wrote down. That's one thing with Senior. He always knew everybody's name.
That is
Yeah.
a fact.
Man, when you
Yeah.
came in, he always made sure to greet you by your name, not your channel name.
If
Yeah.
he didn't know you, he made it a point to find out what your name was and get to know you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I've
not
said
too
it- I've
big
said
on
the
the names
story.
thing.
I've told the story before, but he's the first one to ever say Scale Model Outlaw on YouTube besides me. Because I
There's
went into
the-
a chat and there he was. Boom. He's like, Scale Model Outlaw, welcome to the chat.
There's the next guy competing in women's sports.
That's me. That's what he said.
Go.
I'm like, you've been watching the YouTube, buddy. You know I've been competing in women's sports in my bikini.
Yep. You always do.
Boston, if you're here for the
Yeah.
free models, I think you're getting ripped off, brother.
Well, let's
I don't know
just
about
say
it.
if he touches any of your model kits, they're stuck to his fingers.
What's that?
Not trying to be mean or a jackass, but if his fingers are stuck to one of my model kits, he's gonna go home without a hand.
No, he the other day he was trimming flowers and he was like, I can't let the scissors go.
Yeah, sap and pollen from the damn. Yeah.
All the
Boston comes on
stickies.
once in a while.
Yeah, I said in the comments if he'd come on, I would, and then I come on and he
He
doesn't.
hasn't been here yet.
So
Come on in, Boston.
yeah, come join the crowd.
Show your fugly mug.
We might scare more rats away.
I mean, be honest with y'all, can't nobody be as ugly as this guy right here.
I don't know.
What, the one on your right on the screen?
No, this one right here.
That's
Sleeping
what I was
Beauty.
pointing at. Me. Me.
Man, everybody got quiet all once.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out who the fugliest was.
Yeah. I'd say we're all on a tie.
No,
Oh,
We
that
all
just
have a
made that
face
too
for
easy.
radio.
Yeah.
We all
I
have
don't
the
even have a
perfect
face
for
for
radio.
radio.
Why you think we're here, right?
I have a face for print, for text.
Up till 4 years ago, I used to have a skinny face. Now I got several chins.
The
Got
best
more chins
picture
than
I
Chinese
ever
phone
took
books?
ended up on the side of a milk carton.
That's funny. You
Okay,
quit
I-
smoking and gained 40 pounds.
It
That
does.
What
happens.
good did that do?
It's because we're creatures of habit. We always want to put something in our mouth, and if it's not a cigarette,
Man,
it's a piece of
I don't-
candy
I
or
don't-
something.
I don't eat any more or any less than I used to. Just not smoking, I guess it changes your metabolism.
It's kind of funny how back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, almost everybody smoked 24/7. You know,
Oh, it was promoted.
well, yeah, I mean, you see it in all the movies and the advertisements and everything. You know, everybody was smoking, and there wasn't no lard asses anywhere.
Shoot, Mom would stop, go in the store, put a cigarette in her ashtray, stole it, and I'd sit there and smoke it while she was in the store.
Right?
10 or 11 years old.
How
Yeah,
many
done
of y'all
plenty of
remember
that.
the little aluminum ashtrays at McDonald's, right? The little disposable aluminum ashtrays at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because everybody stole the glass ones.
Yep.
Yep.
They
Well, every
put the
car
little-
back there had an ashtray everywhere you sat.
You know, the ones that they'd have outside that you pull the lid off and it was a garbage can. We
Yeah.
had like 3 of them around the house.
Now she'd come back out of the store and not even question where that cigarette went. It's like, I think she knew.
Well, it was either it'd sit there and burn to ashes or you'd smoke it. So go ahead and smoke it. At least it didn't get wasted.
10-year-old me didn't care.
All right?
Hey,
I'd
Bruce.
suck that thing down like
Hey,
it was
Bruce.
nothing.
Well, I've been listening to you guys for a while.
Hey, Bruce.
I wanted to say hi to Kevin,
Yeah, I haven't never met you before.
and we got Mike and Ed and
What's happening?
King Bob there, and
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is.
That's him.
RPG.
RPM. Yeah.
Okay, RPM.
That's Ryan, isn't it?
Yeah, RPM is also known as Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan.
You can call me anything you want except for Ready Freddy.
Yeah.
That's the only. That's the
I'll call
only.
you
I mean,
late for supper.
I've been that more than enough. I'm okay with that.
Whereas me, I don't really give much of a rat's what you call me, so long as you don't call me late for dinner. We're all good.
Yep.
Exactly.
But you're
Yeah,
late for
yeah.
supper.
Because I might be skinny, I might be a toothpick in a beanpole, but it ain't because I don't eat.
Yep.
I'll trade
I
you.
used to.
I'll trade
I
you.
used to eat everything Roxanne had cooked that she put in front of me. There was 8 pork chops to be gone.
Yep.
Now I cook 2, and we barely, and still have 1 left over. Don't make sense why you gain weight when you're eating half of what you used to.
Right.
I don't
I
get
can
it.
get fatter on a salad.
Well, that too.
That, and as you age, your metabolism does slow down.
Oh yeah. Well, my dad was always like that too. He said, "You want to see what you're going to look like when you hit 50 and 60? So take a look." I was like, "Yeah, he wasn't wrong." I looked at my security camera. It looked just like my dad when I see myself. It's like, ooh, that's weird.
Yeah. In my
Same
picture
hat,
on the
huh?
screen here, I'm pretty sure I was between 148 and 152 because I was that weight for years upon years.
Yep.
And then I moved
Same
in with
there.
my girlfriend, and she wouldn't let me eat on my schedule. I had to eat on her schedule. My body didn't like that, and I ended up gaining weight. Now I'm actually 180.
Huh.
All because I had to eat on her schedule.
Right.
That's not
Yeah,
when I was hungry. Damn it.
Yeah, I think I was always 30 pants. It's like now I couldn't even get that around my ankle. It's like, gee.
I wear a 30-36 unless I'm wearing my cowboy boots, and then I wear a 30-38.
Gee. Yeah, last time I wore 30s was, I think, on my wedding day. I mean,
Yeah, I'm a 32 waist myself.
And I
Yeah.
have to say, finding jeans that fit. If I walk into the store and try to find them physically in person, yeah, nope. I have to
Ed,
order my
I
jeans
see you and I
online.
raise you. I'm a 38 waist, 30 leg.
A
wider
30
than
leg?
tall.
You lying ass mini Mike.
No, it's the truth. 30 leg.
You sure it ain't 29 and a half?
It
Maybe
might be
that's
29 and a
the
half, but you
mini
can't
might
buy
be
enough.
something
But
else.
38 waist, and I got no hips. It goes around my belly, so it's like,
Yeah.
That's what happens. I got the same problem.
Yep.
And I got that old cowboy disease from riding bulls all those years, and it's no ass at all.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can wear a 30 waist. I just can't button.
Yeah.
I
I'm
ain't
one
seen
leg,
seen a
right?
30 in a coon's age.
I haven't seen jeans forever either. It's been jogging pants or something like that.
You know, it's a good
I
thing that
haven't
bell
got to the
bottoms
Velcro. I
didn't
haven't got to the
stay the
Velcro shoes
norm.
yet, though.
It's a good thing that bell bottoms didn't stay the norm because as people got bigger, their ankles would have got bigger, but their knees would have stayed skinny.
Yeah.
Spandex would just look wrong.
Boy, I think back wearing them bell bottoms, riding a bicycle. How many times they got stuck in the stinking chain?
More than enough.
Shredded.
Man,
Shredded.
I destroyed a lot of pants in a bike chain.
And the funny thing is, that's the first thing we took off was the chain guard.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I had the 10 speeds and 5 speeds, so it never had a chain guard on those.
Right. I was always the BMX guy myself. So
Yeah.
I got plenty of them caught in there, and my shins are all gouged up from the metal freaking pedals.
Well, all my buddies had the little Schwinn Stingrays with the shifters and all that. I had that big old Raleigh, the $800 expensive bike, you know.
Ram horn handlebars.
Yeah, with the 27-inch wheels. them guys be pedaling their
Tim,
ass off. And
that's a good one.
I'm a mile ahead of them, you know.
That's a good one, Tim. 3830. I think that's
It
R2D2.
is. It is, Tim. It's R2D2 measurement. I ain't gonna lie.
Good one, Tim. Bravo.
I'm not even going to try to lie about it. That's R2D2 shit.
Yeah, that's
All
funny
right,
as
Mike,
hell
you don't
right
hurt your feelings, man.
Now we're
Yeah.
good.
It's just, you know, it's funny. I call it funny.
It's
Right.
Funny's funny. You can't argue with funny. Funny's just funny.
Exactly. And
That's
if
funny
it's
right there. I don't care who
you know
you
what?
are.
I'm gonna be laughing at myself right along with you.
Right? Well, like I said, you know, you can change. I used to ride bulls when I was in high school and up to about 26, 27, doing pretty good at it. Same height, but 145 pounds. And I had a customer walk in. I got a 8x10 on the wall up there in my shop of me riding bulls, or a bull. And she walked in. She's like, "Who is that?" I said, "Me." And she looked real close at it. It's a black and white picture, but she looked real close at it. She said, "You sure that's you? Because I think you swallowed you."
You know, I think we can all say we're nonconformists. People told us to grow up, and what do? We grew out.
Yeah.
Right.
Took your words right out of my mouth.
Grew out. Grew
Yeah,
out. and
speak
grew
for
younger.
yourselves.
Blame the toys.
I'm still a 6 foot, 150-pound toothpick.
I'll trade
I
you.
wish.
I'll trade you. I say I trade you as I'm sitting here eating
Yeah,
my
Bob.
second package of Ritz crackers.
That's funny right there. Try wearing your pants down your ass and it don't work.
Yeah, I've never tried. I tried that one time, and I could not stand the way it felt. The way the waistband felt wrapped around my cheeks like that. Yeah, nope.
Yeah, my pants would be at my ankles if I tried it.
I do wear a belt though.
Belt and
However-
suspenders, or just the belt?
I will
Coveralls
say
saves don't work.
that the primary reason why I wear a belt, I keep a buck number 119 on my hip. Kind of hard to do that without a belt.
That's right. Yeah, you ain't doing that with sweatpants.
Nope.
There's Gilly.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Well, hey, Gilly, how you doing?
Pretty good, Ed. You?
Oh, not too bad.
Hey, Bruce. Just
Hey,
up.
come on.
See, Boston, it's easy. Come on in.
That's the problem. I don't know when to talk. I don't know if somebody's going to start talking.
Just jump in every now and then.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Walk over everybody.
That's usually the way it works.
Ask Mike. He's good at it.
Yep, I'm trying not to be.
It's all good. It's all good. We all did it.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mike, it's like, yeah, Mike's talking. Don't say nothing.
Yeah, some of these live streams, it's too many people talking at once, and if there's an echo in the background, you can't hear a damn thing.
Oh, no, that drives you crazy.
Yeah, that's why there's some live streams I'll go watch, but I ain't jumping in on them because they're just nope. There's too many people talking, nobody listening, and I got way more than enough voices in my head already.
Right.
You know?
I figured 10's enough, isn't it?
Well, that's maximum, but still.
My
Yeah, the
cardboard's
number.
falling over.
Me, myself, and we're just fine until we started hanging around with us, and now we're not the same. So.
Ain't that the truth?
All second, third, fourth, fifth, and maybe sixth. That
Yeah.
that's like
Just-
earlier today. One of my coworkers was here, and because I live at work in the office space, and she was doing some work out in the office, and she calls my name. I went out there, said I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It was my evil twin. Wait a minute. I am the evil twin. Fuck.
Yeah.
I wrote a story one time called "I'm Not You." You know how many times people use the word "you" when they're talking to you?
Yeah.
I'm not you.
Yeah, Paul. Here in Missouri, open carry is legal, but concealed carry still requires a permit.
Yeah. Same here in Texas.
I'm not a gun owner, so I don't really mind.
Yep.
I got convicted of selling pot, so I have a felony, so I'm not allowed to carry anyway.
Let's just say we'll keep it a secret.
Well, here you could get that expunged because pot is now legal.
We'll just surprise them.
Well, that's
come
an
through
issue
my
for
door.
me because pot was the reason I went to the 12-step program, and now that it's legal, people are like, "Well, you're gonna do it again?" I'm like, "That's what ruined my fucking life. Why would I do that?"
Yep. They don't need to know if we carry. Let it be a surprise when they come through your door.
Right.
Meet my little buddy, Smith and Wesson.
You tried breaking into an ambush, idiot.
My
Pow.
favorite little Ruger. I always kind of like the Ruger revolver.
I had a sign on my front door that said, "All guests are welcomed by Smith and Wesson."
Yep.
Yep. I approve that message.
And the lady across the street complained to the police department. They came over and asked me if I would take it down. I said, "No, I'm not going to take it down, but I'll move it." So I moved it to the window, facing her house.
Right next to her house.
Nice.
I
Right
moved
next
it.
to your Trump sign, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know, people.
Right.
No, I mean,
Can't please them all, but you can pick out a mighty big chunk of them.
Now, Bruce, you're working on the Mustang, right? The group build?
Yeah, that's the 71 007 Mach.
Yeah. Is that the one molded in red?
Yes.
Yep.
Can you tell by the mirror?
Yep.
I forgot to put the mirrors on when I primered it. This
Yeah.
kit's a piece of crap.
I found out real quick how people correct you in the comments. Noticed the other day the comment I made about the release date of the Mustang.
Yeah.
He had it the 17th, but the actual first one was the 15th, sold on the 15th. Somebody had to come in and correct it. It's like, it's actually Haggerty did a whole show on that car selling 2 days before it was supposed to. That little school teacher.
Yeah, I like that comment. That was a good comment.
Yeah. That school teacher came into a dealership, said, "Well, I like that little blue convertible." And the salesman said, "Well, I guess I'll just sell it to you then." He didn't know it was supposed to be held till the 17th. But if you watch that episode, I think it was either Autoline or Haggerty or one of them did a half-hour show on that car. They had it restored. And really something. She was a school teacher with the
bearded guy, Jeff Lawless.
Yeah. Jeff Lawless.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey,
My
Jeff.
brother.
Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, talking about pistols and firearms and whatnot, if I've got a pistol in my hand and you're within 20 to 25 yards, you're going down. Out to about 50, 55 yards, you got about a 50-50. And anything beyond that, you just stand there and dance a jig because I ain't never going to touch you with it.
Yeah.
However, if I've got a rifle in my hands and you are
300 yards ain't safe.
range of that rifle, I'm going to put you down. I am that good with a rifle. Not too awful great with a pistol, but I am amazing with a rifle.
So what color you painting that, Bruce?
I am going to make my buddy Mars very, very happy. It's going to be a rust bucket.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Oh, that would fit. A lot of
You-
most of
you
the-
remember
that's how
when-
they ended up.
You remember when he had the Rust Bucket group build? And he
Yeah.
was talking about using your old bodies or your spare parts and just making a rusty thing, right? The first thing that came to mind, and I still want to do it just for shits and giggles because I have the parts to do it, is set up like a 6-stall diorama of a flea market swap meet. Axles, fenders, steering wheels, valve covers, you name it, just all kinds of parts. Aged and dilapidated.
I never had the heart to do that to a model. When all my cars end up that way anyway, living here in the Northeast, they go from rust to dust.
Yeah.
Where at the Northeast?
Akron, Ohio.
Oh, okay. That's not the Northeast.
Well,
It's
they
Central.
call it the mid.
Hey, it's northeast of
Midwest,
me.
or the Middle East.
It's definitely the Middle East. No, I was.
No, they
I'm
call
just
it the
picking.
Midwest, but it should be the Mid East. So,
Yeah, I was
I'm
going to
just
say,
thinking
isn't
I
the
was born
Middle
in
East
Vermont,
like
so-
over by Iraq?
yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
that Iraq, Iran territory?
Yeah,
That's what I was. That was the joke I was making. I'm glad you guys caught up to that.
It
we
kind
knew it.
of feels like that.
I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
With all these,
I just looked
Kevin,
at
I was
it.
asking because I was born in Vermont, so that's that. When you say Northeast, it gets my attention.
yeah.
Doing good,
Well,
Jeff. Thanks for asking.
let's say Northeast Ohio.
Northeast.
Like-
Okay.
We got some of the Napoleons moved in here now and went from Little Italy to what do they call it? Kathmandu. I think that was the capital city of their country, Nepal. That's all you see now. All the stores changed over to their customs and everything. The little corner stores and all that.
Man. Yeah, we got a lot of. I don't know what the politically correct word is. Indian. I mean, I don't mean it to be bad, but I guess they're.
Indian.
I've got a term that some people use that I'm not going to say on here, but
Yeah.
I don't know what they call them.
Kind of like
Yeah, if it's
Kinda like-
not the Native American Indian, then Indian is the right term.
right.
Okay, okay. I didn't know what the politically correct term was, and like I said, the ones that we
Yeah,
use are not
indigenous
white at all. So.
The Native American is either native or indigenous.
Indigenous, yeah. Okay.
Oh, big words.
Well,
Whoa.
Well, most of the imports around here are from when
Slow
they had,
down. I'm trying to keep up here, Mike.
Yeah, really?
most of the imports around here is when they had that earthquake there in Nepal. Millions of people were killed and misplaced, and they're pretty nice people. I found out.
My daughter-in-law is Navajo.
Oh yeah,
They live out in Phoenix.
Phoenix.
That's where she's from, up north there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 50% slap-a-hoe. One gets out of line, I'm quick to slap a hoe.
Really? You from my tribe then? Because I am too from Dicky Dicky from Tribe Al Slapaho. That's why your chicks are so right.
I'm going to be nice.
just don't drive through Idaho.
Exactly.
Oh, are you? You the hoe, huh?
I haven't been for years. I can't say anymore.
Funny
I
guy.
used to
That
be a
guy.
hoe.
You a big hoe?
I was a man hoe deluxe when I was younger.
A slower?
I'm going to paint this car with Dork Blue Steel.
Okay.
And then I'm going to dirty it up. Just like I did my USEC truck.
Yeah.
Of course, it was green, though, but that doesn't matter. Color is just a color.
All right.
But I have all my paints for the rusty procedure.
Y'all know who that Bama is, right? His channel.
Who?
That Bama.
Oh, yeah, Bama. Yeah, the Bama
He was
model
on, he was
guy.
on
Yeah.
the right. He was on the right track with the rust. Just throw a steel wool pad and some vinegar and
Yeah.
paint your rust on.
I
Yeah,
saw a
somebody
guy
else-
that was doing it with there's a salt effect too. One guy did it with salt effect. I thought that looked
Yeah.
pretty cool. I hadn't tried that before.
I mean, there's no shortage of rust around here.
No.
I have a
I got-
technique that I use for a rusty base, and then use masking tape to put your base color down of the real paint, and then you can feather your edges out and have all kinds of rust exposed. That's
Yep.
more of a surface rust, not the drilled out, rotted out kind of rust.
Right.
but
Right,
more
that's what I
surface
do.
Yeah, you could just build.
patinaed.
You could just build it out of steel around here and put it outside for a couple days.
I got an old car sitting outside. I get mine from.
Yep.
That's kind of
Got
what I
plenty
did
to
with,
give.
this truck. I primered it, and then I sprayed it with some brown craft paint, and then I sprayed the actual body color over that, and then I just sanded through until the brown started showing through.
You know, you don't have to sand that. You can just use alcohol and a towel.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Quicker. It's quicker that way.
Yeah. A lot
Yeah,
easier.
I just cannot bring myself to rust something. I get a speck of dirt in mine and I'm freaking out.
Oh, I don't.
Well,
I don't care.
It's definitely a acquired taste for people who like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't see Chip Foose doing it either, but there's
No.
millions of people who would pay $10,000 more for the real car with patina than they would if it had a paint job. You know,
That's
Well,
like
the guy that makes
Like
my
the
cars and does
Oils at mine.
that's like one of my mentors, Bill Borgen. I don't know if any of you guys would remember him from, or if he still does stuff in the magazines. He used to do the old greed moving truck and that, the old chain drive Max. I
right?
mean, them things look like they put fuel on them and drive them away, you know?
I've seen something like that.
I've always wanted to take a scraping of grease off of an engine block and shove it in between the two halves of a model engine, just
Yeah.
so you can smell it.
Yeah.
You know,
Couple drops of gasoline, huh?
Yeah. This model smells like a real car. Ew.
Only problem with doing that though is the petroleum in that grease will eventually destroy the styrene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's petroleum based, eh?
That just means you got to line the inside of the motor block with like heat duct tape or some dumb thing, you know.
Take some tinfoil and put in there.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a rusty, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let it eat it, right?
I know the video doesn't do any good, but the smell-o-vision would.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It was just something I'd always thought would be kind of interesting. You know?
Yeah.
Did I show this the other day? This is my convertible. My 66 Fairlane.
Oh, okay.
It's getting closer. It's got paint on it now.
It's hard to see all these pictures so tiny here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's as close as to Midnight Blue Madness as I can get.
Pretty good to me.
Yeah, I owned one of these cars.
Looks pretty.
Party.
Party.
Hardy. So I'm like 4 videos behind on the build on that car.
I
Oh,
still
well.
don't see.
I'll
I
get them
still don't
posted
see
sooner
how
or
you
later.
guys- I don't see how you guys build and film everything at the same time. It just seems like it'd be so hard to do.
Camera right there.
I have a hard
Well-
time just getting something in the frame right.
It's literally a phone on a stick.
Well,
Well, that's why-
I definitely have a lack of content on my channel because I'm too busy hanging out in these things.
That's why
I
I keep
should just-
playing.
I should just click the share stream and go fucking live on my channel.
That's why I keep playing with this guy on the screen so I can get used to putting something up there.
Right?
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
There we go.
Gumby. How come
Yeah,
Gumby?
Hello, Gumby.
Making the occasional guest appearance up in here.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I need
closer
to
you
wipe
get
off
to
the
the
screen.
camera, the blurrier it gets. So it's best to hold it back from the camera.
Well, my phone's probably filthy too. That don't help. So is he.
I live with 2 dogs.
Yeah, we used to have 5. We're down to 2 now.
I had 3.
2 little babies left. Yeah, you start losing focus. You get any closer than this, huh?
Yep.
My lights are probably blinding everybody.
Yeah, they definitely got some glare in them. That's usually why most of the people have their camera above them so that they're looking down, so the lights are behind the camera or above
Yeah.
it. And when you're down on the table like you are, you're looking up at the lights. It's kind of hard to get past them.
Yeah, next time I'll get that little selfie stick and mount it on something in here.
That's what I do. Mine sits on a selfie stick on the corner of my table.
Yeah.
For this. And for my intros to my videos, it does the same thing. But if I'm actually building something, I got a gantry that sits up here.
Camera arm.
I got a camera being held up with this.
I can agree, Tim. It's definitely kind of a crazy thing to do, but once you do it, it's kind of like, wow, that turned out better than I expected. You know?
Yeah.
And no matter how shitty you make it look, it's still going in the right direction.
I mean, I went nuts with mine, and I wasn't intending on going that far with it, but it was just so fun sitting there dabbing that stuff and changing colors. It was just like you sitting there eating a bag of M&Ms, or a bag of Lay's potato chips.
Right.
I know what you mean,
going.
Tim.
As y'all might have seen when I showed the
Tim
picture that I took
Sisfrick.
with my phone of
How you
where my
pronounce it?
screens are, my primary camera, which is what I'm on right now, is just right up here on top of one of my 2 monitors. And for when I use my phone for being able to get good close high detail images of the parts, I got this little guy right here. Folds out into a tripod, stands. This can swivel and go up and down and whatnot. And that just like that to clamp up onto my phone.
Well, speaking of making content, guys, I've got to make a little bit of content myself, so I'm going to let y'all go. It's 12:03.
TMI, we didn't need to know you got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's what it comes out as. Even if it's on my channel, it comes out the same thing as I do when I go to the bathroom.
I can't believe
Might as
people
well
watch
make
this
it.
crap.
Save the
Yeah,
trip,
right.
make it in the
You guys
bathroom.
watch this crap. It was good seeing y'all. Y'all be safe. Have a good night, and we'll probably see y'all tomorrow on Brian's Live.
All right.
Good night, brother. Oh, by the way, Mini Mike, if you're still in chat, kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass, buddy.
Night, Mike.
Ryan beat me too. That's going to tell him to flush twice.
Yeah.
Ain't over till the paperwork is done.
That's right.
It's those double flushers I hate.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think I got that right.
Well, I'd set mine up for a double
night,
flush
Jeff.
every time because it knows that I'm full of it.
All right, Mr. Lawless, you have a good night, brother. Sleep well. And kiss my ass.
Have a good one, Lyle.
See you, Jeff.
Bye, Jeff.
I'm still playing with the camera here.
Well, it gets addictive. Playing with models and playing with cameras and playing with computers and programs and making videos and editing videos.
Yes, sir.
You know what'll fix it for me is when I go and try to watch this thing now, I'll be like, oh no, never again. Can't stand hearing my own voice. My wife said to her too.
I don't like my voice.
Me neither.
Not when I watch it.
You remember back in the days when we used to have the voice activated answering machines and you'd call home to leave a message? And then
Yeah.
you get home and you hear your own voice and you're like, wait, that's me?
Yeah. Don't
You make
sound
20
like what you
copies
think.
over and over and over.
Yeah.
Damn.
My mom used to say that I was recording somebody else that wasn't her I recorded. I said, but Mom, right here is the real tape player. You seen me record it. Well, that's not my recording. That's not what you recorded.
And then
Mike-
there's the fact that I don't know if y'all notice it about yourselves, but when I listen to a recording of my voice, like when I'm doing editing on my videos, my voice don't sound like my voice.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying.
YouTube compression is some of that.
Well,
Yeah.
that
You're also hearing it outside of your head instead of in your head.
exactly.
Thank you, Bob.
When I'm speaking, to me, my voice does not sound as deep as it does when I'm listening to it on playback while I'm editing.
Right. Seems a little more nasally because your voice is very similar to mine. I have a program that I use for voice changing,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried to set it as clean and basic as mine with a little more bass to it, a little less high end on it. So it's a little more clear and crisp, so I don't get the whistle with my S's or the thuds when I say the letter P or whatever,
Or the R's.
Yeah, just to kind of balance it out like an equalizer a little bit. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can tell there's some of my videos where you can tell I used it and then the rest of them I haven't. I think it definitely helps the quality of the sound without actually changing my voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like changing the equalizer in the 70s,
I just use Audacity and run my voice through the compressor. That's about all I do to it.
I've had some voice changer mods where you can sound like Donald Duck or freaking females or aliens or all kinds of stupid shit. But
Some are already like that.
I'm going to bring back the old fan.
Actually, Boston, I was just watching a farm sim video today, and every time I watch the guy, Daggerwood, I want to play farm sim some more. I haven't got into it lately.
Yeah, it's getting to be about midnight in there.
Well, Paul, if you ever want to learn how to do videos, don't be afraid to hit any of us up. We do them, and
Right.
we got beginners information for you if you want to learn.
Yeah.
I'll
'cause
teach-
every
I'll
last
teach
one
you.
of us was a beginner at some point.
I still am.
I'll teach you how. I'll show you.
I use DaVinci Resolve a lot, so I know some
Yeah,
editing tricks. I even have a video on my channel of how a noob uses DaVinci Resolve with simple basics for quick beginners.
Mm-hmm.
How to add your file, how to cut it, splice it, move it around, do a couple of simple things.
Yeah.
And if you do that a few times, you're like, okay, yeah, this is beginner stuff.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point. I didn't go into all these other buttons that are there, which you'll click on them eventually.
Yeah. Well, it's like me. I use OBS to actually record my videos. And then I use DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos.
Yeah.
And then I post them on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I use Kden Live. Because it's there's a Windows version, but I use Linux.
Mhm.
So I use all Linux software, but that's what I use.
Yeah.
I use OBS to record my camera on a stick, and I got my microphone right here. And,
98% of the population will tell you the best recording device out there for free is OBS.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like the go-to. There's other programs out there, but for quick, simple, easy, click a couple buttons, you're on.
Yeah.
Click another one, you're off.
Yep.
Mac, Windows, and Linux.
Yep.
It's got everybody covered.
Exactly.
And there's videos galore out there on how to do it,
Yes, sir.
how to use it, how to set up filters. I mean, mine's just basic. I mean, I don't care about all that fancy crap either, but
Right.
you know, as long as I make a video and it looks halfway decent, people do come to watch them for some reason.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm happy with it.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if they're there to see me or if they're there to see what I'm showing. I'm still clueless on that.
Well, yeah. Hey, well, you know, you ought to be 70 years old and try to figure that out. 'Cause I don't know.
And
I didn't
like,
say how young I am.
I don't really do a whole lot of fancy special effects or anything like that. I mean, I've got an intro video that I just recently put together with a couple of cobbled together screen thumbnails from the various kits that I've worked on, and a little bit of text in there and some music. And then
I see.
and I do my main video content.
Yeah,
Look,
Kevin's
pretty
still
much
trying to figure out the distance.
I see 18 wheeler.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the first model me and my dad built.
Cool.
And then I've got an outro video that's nothing more than just a black screen with thanks for watching text. So
I just use screen slides.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slideshow. Yeah.
That's all I use.
Take a couple pictures, do a slide screen or whatever you call it.
Slideshow.
I'm not fancy like Bob.
Slideshow, yeah.
I just use Microsoft Movie Maker. Is all I use.
Get that.
They still have it?
I
Yeah,
used to have Movie Maker until my computer updated to 11, and then for some reason it wouldn't run the damn thing.
Yeah, mine quit on me too.
Yeah, they dropped out a bunch of drivers, so programs didn't work. And at the time, I had some really cool programs, and I'm like, well, what the frick? And I wanted to go back to 10 or 8 because that's what I had. And for some reason, even when I went back to 8, it wouldn't install the drivers. So I'm like, fuck, now I might as well just go to 11 and find some new programs. And that's when I came across DaVinci Resolve. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I could have went to Pandora just the same, you know. But I saw DaVinci Resolve as being a better option, and two of the people I had talked to before I installed it, they both recommended DaVinci. Didn't even hear about Pandora, so I'm like, well, I'll go DaVinci route. At least I got people I can connect with, you know.
right.
Yeah, more friendly user, more easier.
Also, if like me, you happen to be running AMD hardware, DaVinci Resolve just works better with AMD.
Yeah, I got AMD Ryzen 5 on mine.
Yeah, I'm running the 5800X 3D for my processor.
Yeah, see, all that's gibberish to me. I know it's something, I just don't know what it is.
You gotta get all that new stuff. I'm still running 20-year-old junk.
I guess I'm still on big screen, huh, Bob?
Oh, you were showing your car. I'm sorry. I'm off
Yeah,
in my
it's
own
just
little world
like-
here.
Now you really scare everybody away.
He wasn't necessarily showing it. He's trying to figure out how his camera works.
Yeah.
So he can get practice is what he's doing.
Yeah, I was trying to
Okay.
figure out.
How close, how far, which side's left, which side's right. He's practicing. Yeah.
I got
We're
a long
creatures
way to
of
go.
habits. He's learning through repetition.
I use Droid Cam to stream my camera phone to OBS, and it lets you swap the camera of the phone around so left is left and right is right.
Yes, Paul, I'm guarantee you that'll work. If you got 32 RAM, you're pretty good on the rest of it, no matter what.
Good God, you got lots.
Yeah, well, that's what I got.
I got
I've got 32
16.
gig RAM.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even if you got 16, you're right at the, most things run on 16, 32.
Yeah, everything
you're
runs.
ahead of the game. You got plenty of room.
Pretty. I see fender skirts, and that's a T-Bird.
Yeah.
The modern retro, and it's a diecast, but he repainted it.
Yeah, Paul, your system's not too awful much different than mine. I'm running
Nice.
the 5800X 3D for my CPU,
Yeah, this was
Got
probably
you,
done what, back in 99,
the AMD RX
2000,
6600 for GPU, I'm running 32 gig RAM of 3600 CL16
I
RAM.
made those fender skirts out of Bondo.
Actually,
Wow.
ain't that a 93 or 96 or something like that when they were doing the retro styling?
It
and
was
they brought
it
that?
was 2000 or 99, something like that, when they first put these back out. See, they
Right.
didn't have the fender skirts on them though, or white walls. I think that's where they lost it with the styling on it myself. That and not having any chrome.
Though, Paul, I will say your processor is a little bit slower than mine, but especially
Yeah,
if
there we
we're
go.
talking about gaming, because until the
Okay, Bob, you can take me down. Cool.
until the
Thank
new
you, Bob.
processors, the current gen came out, processor I'm running was the gaming processor. So, but yeah, you've got a fairly decent system.
Yeah, that's right. Ford and Jaguar own each other.
Yeah.
Corporate companies.
Just like there for a good while, Ford owned Cummins and then leased that out to Chrysler for the Dodge pickup. I always thought that was funny.
Yeah, it's all one big monopoly out there.
And the funniest part about it was the Ford, Dodge, and Chevy diesel pickup crowds that the Ford guys were all about the Ford Power Stroke, the Dodge guys were all about the Cummins, and then Chevy has the Duramax. And thing is there for the longest wasn't but two of those companies owned their diesels, and Dodge wasn't one of them.
He's mocked up.
There you
Oh,
go.
nice.
It's gonna sit.
That's going to be amazing, Bob.
Nice.
Definitely stanced.
I'm loving that stand.
That must be your camera lens making them look bowed like that.
Yeah, it's not designed for shooting close up like that.
That because your hearse looked like that too. Looked like the front fenders were sticking up. Yeah. Was it like a fisheye lens or something? Or
It's just a webcam, so yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's what they do.
And that's got the chameleon purple in it too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Is that for the Mustang group build?
This is for the Acme
Oh, the theme. Yeah.
theme. That yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's gonna be a 200 sitting on the table, so I just wanted one that was gonna stand out.
Yeah. Well, it should do that.
That should work. I love that color.
And it's got the Cobra engine in it.
Yeah, and
Good
you don't
looking
have
set of rims.
you don't have decal stripes either. That's the difference. I like them stripes.
That on there. So yeah, that's how she's gonna look. I don't have the wheels glued on yet, obviously, but
See, they're more like ghost stripes. When you back up, you don't notice them as
yeah,
much.
there.
Yeah. That's that pearl in it.
Yeah, it's a color shift
Yeah.
with metal plate.
See, that's
So,
how I did my Astro van when I painted my street van before it got totaled. I put ghost flames all the way down the side. It was white and silver pearl.
So the stripes are just done in a different color
Yeah.
metal plate than the body.
Yeah, I just took a little silver and put in the clear and put it underneath, right over the white. You couldn't see them until the sun hit it. Kind of looked like a fish scale would shine as you walk past it.
You're looking good, Bob.
Yeah, it's cool. That's the thing. You got the gotcha factor. That's what catches attention, you know.
But I'm like really liking that stance too.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, any lower in the back, it just wouldn't look right.
Reminds me when I was a young guy, we drove around with the back end of the car raised up 3 inches higher than the front.
Yep.
The zingers.
Oh yeah, we had the air shocks on the 77 Trans Am. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah.
6-inch
Hey.
shackles.
I had the
Yep.
I had the
Had a 64
Starsky and
Galaxy
Hutch
jacket
Torino
like
that. Mine was white and blue instead of the red and white. Before they even was cool, I had the Torino. Pearl white. I had a lot of cars in pearl white, actually.
Yeah, the front end will sit actually a hair higher because right now it's actually sitting on the lower A arms.
Rather than
It'll
on
probably
the
even out
spindle.
once you get that.
You got the exhaust on it already too?
Yeah, everything else is on it.
Well, I didn't see them dragging the way it was sitting there before.
No, they're not. But I'd say the front end is sitting right on the A arms. The exhaust, it's probably sitting on the exhaust a little bit too, but yeah.
Most people just use their camera or their phones. 85% of YouTube is done on their phones.
That's
Yep.
all I got right here is my phone.
Everybody else who uses a camera is either a GoPro or some other
I have a
kind of
Sony
Nikon or
Handycam.
whatever, but
I use a Handycam. I use the old Sony.
if you see videos that are shaky, 80% of those are all freaking selfies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For
I got it.
me, my cam on for like live and for the talking head portion of my videos, it's just my the webcam that I'm using right now. And then when I shift viewpoint and you can see the real close, good, be able to actually see the detail of the parts I'm working on. That's with my Galaxy S22 Plus.
I don't know what a Note 20 Ultra is, but I'm pretty sure it would work.
It's a phone. It's a Galaxy class. It's a Samsung Galaxy class phone.
If you get a cord that goes from the phone to a USB, you can plug that straight into your computer.
And
Set up
record
the-
straight to your computer from the phone. Yes, sir.
Yep, exactly.
I got a Bluetooth connection for my phone to my computer.
Yeah, there's that option too. Like I said, I don't own a phone. I don't use a phone. I have no idea what a phone is. So this little ET can't phone home yet.
Well, in my videos, if you see a in progress still, it was taken with my phone, and any of the finals are taken with my 12 megapixel digital SLR.
I'd be lucky if mine's got 5.8 or 8.5 or whatever the fuck that is.
Which is fine until you put the thing up on the 55-inch screen and you see every tiny microscopic flaw.
Yeah, you know, sometimes a bad camera will help you hide some of that, whereas a good camera, you really got to watch your angles to hide some of that. You know, unless you're pointing it out and you don't want it seen, camera angle matters.
Well, I sent Marcy some pictures of the hearse and said, "Oh, look, it's all done. It's ready for business." And then I Bluetoothed it over to my camera or computer screen and looked at it on the 55-inch TV, and I saw I forgot the mirrors weren't on it.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, like
Most-
Paul is asking if you just plug it into your computer, what about the mic? It should pick up off the phone microphone, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, webcams have built-in mics. Most digital cameras, like what Bob uses, That has a built-in mic. Your phone, your Note 20 is going to have a built-in mic, and it should pick that up just kind of automatically.
Yeah, right now I have a choice. Even here in the live, I have 3 cameras going that I could switch to with 3 different microphones.
Right.
Hi, buddy.
And I could
Yeah.
plug in the Sony and then have 4 going.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start with what you have, you learn the systems and the basics, and then you see where you can improve it and kind of work towards goals like that.
Yeah,
if you
this is
want
like a
to.
20. This is like a $20 Chinese 720p webcam I use here for the overheads. I've got a 1080p on the same deal sitting on top of my laptop, and then the laptop has a 1080p camera in it too, which is fine for streaming. And when I do my videos, I say I use the
Yeah,
Handy
most
cam.
phones only go up to 720, so whether you have better than that or not doesn't really matter because most people watch on their phone.
And then I tape the videos, recorded videos on here, and I just pull the SD card, stick it in the computer, and done.
Yep, download the file and away you go. Upload.
And I do all the fancy fade ins and fade outs and cross fades and add intros and outros and title pages and all that stuff in the Movie Maker.
And you don't have to do any of that editing stuff either. You just,
You don't have to do the editing. Eventually, you probably will because
if you want to just record a quick video and then
Yep.
post it as is,
That's how I started.
perfectly well.
just shoot it with
And-
your phone and then upload it to YouTube. Or
And
upload it
here's
to Facebook.
another trick that goes from that point forward. When you upload it to YouTube,
You can edit it in there too.
well, you'll have 4 pages. One is the detail where you write the description and stuff.
Yep.
The next one, you'll have your end screen check. You know, you can add title screens or little cards to it, whatever. The next one will be copyright checking in case you got music or whatever. But the 4th one, you can set it as private so nobody knows that you've uploaded it. So even if it's just a practice video to see if it works and how it works, you
Yep,
can
nobody
watch
can
it
see it.
and find it and nobody knows it's there. And you can always go back and set that as public later if it suits you, you know. But if it's just practice, put it out there, test it in private. If you're done with it and you think, okay, I could do this, delete it.
And if it looks all right, then you can even change it to unlisted and send it to a couple of your friends and have them watch it and see if it looks all right, and then move it to public.
Yeah, ask for critique on it or anything, or is the audio good? Is the quality good? You know, just to see.
Do you have bats in the cave? You know, anything like that?
Yeah, and like I said, if you upload it as private, you got nothing to lose.
Nope.
Testing your phones to see which one records better, which one picks up your mic better, which one looks better after YouTube compression, because it might look good on your computer before you upload it, and it might look a little grainy after you've uploaded it. You know.
Well, when it first goes up, it will be because they process it in standard quality, then it goes back and it goes up to HD.
Yeah, and
so
that's
the first
usually,
hour after it's uploaded, it'll look kind of crappy.
Yeah, and that depends on how long and how much your content is. It could take anywhere from 20 extra minutes all the way up to 2 hours, sometimes days, depending on the quality you're uploading. Like if you're going into the 1400 PD, HPD, whatever it is, you're looking at a few hours.
You're uploading in 4K or something.
Yep.
But for like a standard 1080p, it usually takes about 20 minutes for every 10 minutes of the video to process and upload for high HD anyway, maybe half hour.
And if you want music for your videos, YouTube Studio Audio Library is all free music. There's no copyright claims. There's plenty of variety. You listen to a lot of it in all the videos you see as it is, you know.
Mine.
You'd be like, oh man, I hear this song all the time. That's what it's called. That's who wrote it. And that's
Yeah.
where they got it. You know?
Every bit of music that's in my videos on my channel, it's the free YouTube stuff.
Mine
I can't
too.
say all of mine is because some of it I made myself. I either used Mixcraft or my buddy, the one video I just put up recently, the Incredibox or whatever it was, because we were talking about copyright music. And he's like, oh, I got a game for you that you can make music in. So I went through the whole program playing the game to make all these different musics. And I just recorded it and uploaded it, basically, right? There's 2 fucking copyright claims on there. Because
Well, I've gotten the ones from YouTube with YouTube's music, and I just went back and reinstalled it, and it ran through.
well,
I
I wouldn't
YouTube music do
worry
that.
so much about your upload download speed at all, because that only matters if you're going live stream.
Yeah,
If you're trying to just record and upload a video, your upload download speed doesn't make a bit of difference.
Nope.
Not
It
really.
might add or reduce a little bit of time in doing it, depending on how many devices are running, but that's natural. You know, when I was doing live streams before, my computer has that Wi-Fi option, and it would keep dropping the streams. So my buddy's like, well, why don't you just hardwire it? So I went and I bought a 100-foot cord and ran it all the way to the other side of the house to the modem, plugged it in direct, and I gained probably, I don't know, it went from double digit to triple digit, let's say it that way. I was still able to stream, and it was a little better, but it didn't make any real difference.
Yeah, the only real difference that would have made for you is you probably quit dropping your screens.
Yeah, well, it didn't pixelate as bad because it was a little quicker on the upload as I was live streaming.
Not cool.
You know, the refresh rate, I guess you would call it. But
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah, it didn't drop as much, but it still dropped because the numbers were too freaking low for what I was doing with it. But it didn't matter a whole lot. Now, if I was to live stream this, you know, like click on the thing in the StreamYards, I wouldn't have any issue at all because my computer's not running anything. You know, it's just connecting a channel is all it's doing. Yeah, Paul, I think you'd be all good to go. Give it a run for its money, see what it does, how it looks. And
Yeah.
like I said, worst case scenario, delete the video or let it go public. You know?
yeah. Or if you're worried about it, send it to one of us. We'll look at it and tell you if it looks all right or if there's an issue or whatever.
You know,
Wink, wink.
that's one thing I found in life. Denial will not let you know what the problem is. So you might be like narrow focused on certain parts. Somebody else will point out something else that you didn't even look at or see or notice.
Put a
You know.
fresh set of eyes on it. Yeah.
And it's not criticism, it's constructive criticism.
Yeah, it's not being mean. It's like Ryan just said, it's constructive criticism. It's us who are a little bit more experienced with this type of stuff giving you advice on how you could do a better job of your own.
And they're only opinionated suggestions, which means you don't have to do it.
Ding, 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 ding. Johnny, tell the gentleman what he's won.
You've just won the option of your choice.
Do it your way.
Exactly. Just
Would
like
you
a
like
model
door
kit.
number 1, 2, or 3? And behind each door is door number 1, 2, or 3.
It's just like a model kit. Build it your way.
I just saw a Far Side comic the other day that had a man looking at a whole bunch of different doors, and it said exit, and I don't know. They had all different signs on all these different doors. It said something about the guy really had a collection of the an affinity to the outdoors, the exit doors. You know, it's Far Side. It's comical.
I miss Farside.
They're still out there. I don't know who's doing it nowadays, but it's still out there.
And you guys see that guy that
There may
decorated-
be content out there that's titled Far Side, but it is not Far Side.
Right. Well, you can
guys-
tell by the art it's not the same.
You guys see that guy that mounted all those real square Chevy body pickup parts on look like model sprue and decorated
Yep.
his restaurant?
Yep.
I thought that was really cool.
Hell yeah. As a model builder and a car guy, I'd do that if I had like a restaurant or a drive-in or.
Well, he had those big sprues mounted on the walls in his restaurant and had fenders and
Yep.
steering wheels and
Motor
tailgates.
parts.
Yeah, engine parts. He had everything painted like an orange color, I guess you'd say.
Well, Paul, if you do get butt hurt, I do have a butt hurt form you can fill out. I actually do. Let me find it and I'll share it just to prove it.
That's just funny.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. That's just funny right there.
You can't make that crap up.
Somebody did.
Yeah, really.
It might take me
hell.
a minute to find it because I got a shit ton of freaking pictures to go through to look for it.
Well, fellas, I'm going to jump off here.
Well, you have yourself a good one, man. Thanks for joining us.
Go in and watch the rest of the tube with the Roxana
Oh, there it is. I found it.
or Roxy, whatever you want to call it.
All right, Bob.
Kevin.
All
You
right,
may
Bob.
hang out in the
Oh,
chat.
by the way, kiss my ass.
Hey, y'all.
There you go.
My
There's your.
ass.
Yep, kiss mine too. There's your butt hurt report.
Bye, Kevin.
See you, man.
Night,
Later,
Jim.
Bob. Thanks, Bob.
There you go. Here's
That looks
Oh,
like
hold
Oh, that looks nice.
Very nice.
I'm liking that stance, Bob. All right, Tim. You have a great night as well. Kiss
It's a
my
nice one.
ass. Sleep well.
nope, that's not one. That's the old Corvette.
I like that
Yeah,
old
that's-
Corvette.
I do too. Been to a lot of shows.
That is awesome.
That looks nice.
I got one of those to build
Love that
someday.
blue.
It's got I put Lamborghini wheels on it.
Is that 62?
58.
That's what I was getting ready to say. 8 or 9.
I was going to say 58
Yeah,
to
those-
62 was the dual headlight. 63 was the new body style.
Those are what the wheels look like.
Rooster with socks on.
There you can actually see the purple in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm real happy with them.
Yeah, looks good, man. Have you ever used that Duplicolor black shadow clear?
I have not.
I wanted to say it was probably 8-10 years ago. Is that the O'Reilly?
Is it like a smoke or something?
Well, it's a toucan. One is like a super transparent black, and then the other one is just a clear coat for it. But I put it on a 60 Impala, and I basically sprayed both entire chrome sheets with it. I put like 3 coats on it, and it basically did like a black washing.
Uh-huh.
And I never set it next to a 60 Impala that wasn't black wash, so I can't really tell the difference too much. But when you look at it, you can definitely see it's got a little bit darker chrome to it. You know, it's not so much that plasticky chrome, just that over top of it kind of gave it a more metal.
Yeah, I've
tone.
done that with the Tamiya smoke. I've sprayed that over chrome before.
I do all the time.
I generally use Tamiya smoke for tinting my windows.
Yeah.
I put that in a quick shine and spray my chrome with it.
Yeah. I'll have to try that. But
Yeah, the little Green Hornet 132nd kit I did. I smoked a glass on it with the smoke.
body's a little dusty. Been sitting there on the shelf for a little bit, but rear window, wing window, the eyebrow. That's just to me a smoke.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I used to have some transparent blue that I used to use for the top of windshields. It was so watery thin, you could put like 4 coats on it and you'd never see a hard edge. You know?
Yeah.
But it would give it just that much of a blue tint to it, you know? And you can get thicker towards the top if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So weird. There we go.
I should probably build my little treasure hunter one of these days. Did Humpty Dumpty really sit on that wall, or did he just fall on his ass when he was trying to walk across?
Not real sure. Never really thought about it though.
Neither have I, and I have no idea where that thought came from, but just another homeless thought that didn't have a place to go.
It happened.
It was funny, back in the day, my buddy on his phone had an app for a random band name generator, and Homeless Thoughts was one of them that came up. I'm like, dude, I love that.
Oh wow.
I mean, imagine a band named Homeless Thoughts.
Homeless thoughts.
Yeah, it's kind of nice that Kevin's been jumping in, getting a little more loose and friendly with us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The last time he said he would never come in alive, and then there he is.
Yeah.
And I think he had a good time.
Yeah, I don't think you felt camera shy at all. No, I mean, we kind of made him feel welcome, like when he was playing with Gumby and the camera and trying to figure it out and stuff. You know, nobody got on him about anything. They were like,
Nope.
So that's kind of the, oh man, you're part of the fun. You want to learn how to do it,
Right.
play around until you learn it. You know?
And you know, that's kind of the way I look at it. That's kind of what these hangouts and these lives are for, you know? I mean,
Partly socializing, partly learning.
exactly. Partly so that we can socialize with our friends and hang out and shoot the shit. Partly so that we can show off what we're working on and projects that we got going on.
Right.
And partly so that some of us can learn some stuff, some of us can teach some stuff, some of us can get and learn all at the same time, you know.
Share the
Teach
encouragement.
and get taught all at the same time. So, you know.
Yeah. If you ever stop being a student, you're probably dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're still about to learn what it's like on the other side.
Right?
Still
or
learning.
remember. Or remember. That much I'm not sure of.
Well, we don't know.
Right? I kind of believe in reincarnation, so I think I've been on the other side before. I'm not really sure. I came through the womb and lost all memory.
That's kind of how I look at it.
I lost all recollection coming through that pink tongue.
And you know what? The worst part of it is, as guys, we spend the first 9 months of our lives trying to get out. And
You
the
gotta spend the
entire
rest of the
rest
time trying
of
to
our
get back
lives
in.
trying to get back in.
Yep.
Sometimes successfully, other times not so much.
Hey,
Yeah.
Surge, they make actual figures of horror movies. You can get Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy
Oh, yeah.
Krueger, the Munsters, or
Yeah, pretty much anybody, anything.
I got the Phantom of the Opera just recently done. You know, the Wolfman. I mean, you can get the Phantom of the Blue Lagoon. There's the whole Caribbean series with the skeletons and the guillotines and all kinds of fun stuff. If she wants to do monsters and horror movies,
Yeah.
Look, you can buy the Addams Family house,
Yep.
the Bates
Monsters
Motel.
house.
Yeah,
I gave the Monsters house. I gave to Jess at Acme last year.
nice.
Awesome.
See, I build dollhouses, so that would be a kid I'd be interested in. You know the Wacky Racers cartoon movie model series? They had them at Walmart not too long ago, like about a year or so ago.
Yeah, they had.
I got 2 of them, but I didn't get the house. And the house one I definitely want because I was going to turn it into a hot rod. And just recently on Facebook, I see somebody's building one.
Yeah.
You know, they put that house on 32 Ford Fenders and they're building it up. And I'm like, damn it. Damn it.
And for the ones that haven't been done as a kit, there are 3D prints out of there. Like the caveman, cavemobile, and the tank one, and
Right? Well, thanks for joining us, Paul. I'm glad we can make you feel like you're part of the community. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Right.
Well, Serge, if you take a kitchen knife and you drill out the 2 rivets and give her the blade and the 2 pieces of the handle, tell her to put it back together, put some blood on it and a little bit of penis next to it, you can say it was Lorena Bobbitt's knife. That's a horror. And a diorama model kit all in one.
Just make sure you blunt off the edge first, brother. That way she don't get any ideas to go actually making it a genuine Lorena Bobbitt.
Well, he said, I want to pick my girl's interest, you know? So I figured we'd stick with just the tip for the peak. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to like the horror movie stuff, there's lots out there. I mean, even The Car was a suspenseful horror movie type of thing.
I
had
love
a model of
movie.
The Car.
Well, shoot, Chris over at HPI Guys just recently did a what was it? A Frankenstein?
Yeah.
A Frankenstein's monster?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even like Christine. I mean, it might be a car, but it's a horror movie, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, most model builders are car people or vehicle or military, whatever. But, you know, I mean, when it comes to horror, it's not always the character as much as for us,
I got
our
one.
guys, it's the car in it, you know. Yep, Christine, the Belvedere.
That's on my list to do. This is one of the old kits.
Right.
It looks like
that
it
was,
too.
yeah.
that
When I
was like
want
one
to
of the Walmart 90s kits.
have to get a 3D print of, I'd like to do the truck from Maximum Overdrive.
Yep.
Oh, that would be awesome.
A buddy of mine actually has the file for the face, the clown.
With a goblin on the front.
Yep.
You know, it's out there.
The rest is just the Toys R Us decal.
Yeah.
And when I get a 3D printer, the first thing I plan on printing is a 1/25th scale mammoth car from Speed Racer.
There you go. There you
Make it about 8-9 feet long for the show tables.
go.
Just run it right down the whole center of the show tables.
There you go. MySpace.
Yep.
Because you got the first and the last car are independent, but all the ones in the middle are all the same. So you just make the same one over and over and over again.
Different color, different number. Yep.
As you complete them, you just add them in.
Yep. Supernatural, the 67 4-door Impala. That's a model kit.
Yeah, that's
Get that
available.
one. Yeah. And it's a damn good kit, too.
As is Christine.
Yeah.
There's actually a model kit of Christine.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
There's
how
a lot
about Elvira's T-Bird? I just finished that one.
Yeah,
That'd be a great one too.
I even built that kit.
Did you guys see my
The one
video on
I
that?
built had opening doors.
Did you guys see my video on the Elvira?
Did I? I seen somebody's video.
I only have 4 because of the box art, but I only have 3 actual pictures of it in the video. The rest of it's all kinds of fun shit. For some reason, I didn't take any pictures while I was building it, so I was like, whatever.
That's what happens to me building in a live stream. I forget to take pictures in
Yeah.
progress pictures.
Here you go, Bob, if you want to share that. That's what I did with my interior.
Let me find my mouse here.
Where'd it go?
It's bright red. You would think I'd be able to find it.
I basically painted the seats and the doors in a craft tan, and then the orange is the Tamiya clear, and then the rest, all the black stuff, is just my little marker.
Yeah.
I can hand did every one of the black but that's the actual Elvira kit.
Nice.
You know, has the right grill, the right steering wheel, and the right
The
hubcap.
opening doors.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one I'd built.
Yeah, it's just
Me
the actual
and
kit.
you.
That's
You
the
know.
kid I want to get.
And this one, figure not included.
Yeah.
The only big bummer, really. But yeah, there is nothing unique under the hood or anything. There is a hood ornament that was kind of unique to this car. And these are original parts, but there should be a hand up here on top of the fender. Otherwise, everything else it's Elvira's car.
Yeah.
I hand painted the little spikes in here. When I was done, I put the little silver stripes in the doors. I don't know what they are. They're hard to see in the video, in the movie and stuff. But that's her actual car. And you can't tell me Elvira isn't horror. It's B-rated and C-rated horror, but it's horror.
Exactly.
You know.
I wasn't there for the movies anyway.
I don't think
Yeah,
anybody was.
Sandra Peterson actually owns that car too, so
Yeah, that's her actual car.
it was made for the movie, but then she managed to get a hold of it
Yep.
after the movie was done.
Yeah, I just watched a few things on her when I was looking for clips from the movie and some background info. And in my video, I used the song from Ghoul Town that sings the song Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And they actually have her in the video, you know.
And there was an episode of Counting Cars a couple years ago where they restored it.
Yep. That's badass, Gilly. Making me jealous.
No, I gotta finish painting her.
You know who else would be envious and want that? His name is Red. If anybody watches Rat Rod Bob Builds, his little mechanical robot guy,
Yeah.
he's always staring at the door poster of Elvira.
Yeah. He's like, oh, screenshot.
that would be one that Red could hold in his hand. He'd never get any work done in the shop.
No.
Yeah, she's badass, man. We all love Elvira.
The trailer's
Who
looking
we
awful
are.
good too.
Elvira was sexy and scary at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Turned you on and made you want to get it on with her and scared the ever living daylights out of you all at the same time. Loved it.
Did any of you know that when she was a young kid, she went to grab something that was on the stove and she burnt half of her body. So when they made the dress for her, the reason it covers the one side and not the other is because of the burns.
Huh, I did not know that.
It's good to know. Cool.
Again, the day I don't learn something new, at least one thing, that's the day I'm scattered all over the place.
Well, I'm sorry I had to be your teacher today.
You ain't the only one that's taught me today, so.
Right. But yeah, she was also her the one person who talked her in to going to Vegas. She got into being a showgirl, and that guy was actually a gay guy back in the day before AIDS became the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Her biggest community of fans and friends are the gay community. And
Yeah.
they were the ones doing like Birdcage, the cross dressers on the Vegas stages. And they taught her how to dress with the big hair and the voluptuous body stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she started flaunting it, but it's not sexual.
Exactly.
Right? It's not provocative. If you watch all her videos or her movies, you can see that she is not there talking about I'm a weak, submissive sex slave. She's actually, I'm not your sex slave. She's very firm on that, right?
Yeah.
But she plays it so well because of all of her teaching and her improv on comedy. And when she went from Vegas to California to become a movie star, because I want to say it was either Elvis Presley or somebody, it was a big name. I want to say it was Elvis Presley, told her, get out of Vegas.
Yeah, it
You
was
do
Elvis.
not want to stay here. And
Yeah.
that's when she decided to go to movies and moved out to California. And we all know history from there. She fucking became big, but getting the show and doing all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The video I watched was like an hour long with all kinds of background information that just blew me away. I mean, I loved her before, but that was because she was badass, and I grew up watching Mistress of the Dark.
Will that work in here?
And there was one clip I was gonna put in my video. I just couldn't see doing it though. She bumps her head on this one guy standing around. I don't know what fell on her head or whatever. He looks at her and goes, "How's your head?" "Well, I haven't had any complaints yet."
Nah.
I almost put that in the video, and I had it clipped, and I was like, "No, it just don't fit anywhere."
That would have been funny.
Yeah, I mean, the video was funny enough as it was, because the one part where the camera is coming up from her legs to her breast and it stops and then it goes up to her head and she's like, and she gets that stupid look on her face like, you fucking perv,
Yeah.
I had to throw that one in there a couple of times with some funny smirk in the background, but yeah, the documentary on her, I mean, it's a gay guy who's doing the documentary because he was part of the whole community of the whole thing throughout a lot of it, but they talk about the Easter eggs that are in the movie that relate to certain things like Kansas City or Kansas, which is where she was born and raised. And when she did the TV sitcom, it was back to Kansas, and certain names of people and things were her icons throughout the history, or people that had passed away and meant a lot to her. She was real good friends with Pee Wee Herman. Or as we know, Pee Wee Herman. Whatever the fuck his name is.
Paul Rubens.
Yeah, that's it. All I know is Large Marge sent me. And I meant to do that. That's all I remember.
I know you are, but what am I? I know you
Yeah.
are. What am I?
I used to use that a lot.
Infinity.
I used to watch the Saturday morning one just to get the word of the day, and we'd fuck around with it all week in school. Every time you'd hear the word, we'd laugh out loud. Damn it, Cherry. Memories.
All right, y'all, it is nicotine time. I shall return shortly.
All
All
right.
right.
Bring your pillow and your seatbelt just in case.
You're not gonna live that down for a while, Ed.
Even with the name, not tonight.
He did say
Why
not
do you think I
tonight.
left Sleepy in my in my on-screen name? I saw that when I logged in earlier today for Jonathan's, and I was like, I wonder who did that.
Because we changed it after you fell asleep last night.
So you know,
I changed it. I'll claim it. I changed it after you fell asleep.
That's funny that he didn't notice it until he logged in.
thing is though, is it's like I said, when y'all crack jokes at my expense, if the joke is actually funny, I'm gonna laugh just as hard at the joke as y'all are, even though I'm laughing at myself. But
Yeah,
you better believe
that's
I'm a
the
crack
nice
joke
part.
back.
No harm intended, no harm, no foul.
Right.
Ding 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 ding.
I know I am. A ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I've been there.
It's like my aunt. She always used to call me little dingling. And I'm like, why do you do that? She goes, well, it's a Christmas song. I'm like, what? So she'd put the record on, playing with my little dingling, which is the little Christmas bell that was on the tree.
Okay, sure.
But I had to ask her, I'm like, so why do you call me the little dingling then? She goes, because I always know when you're around. Yep, Chuck Berry, there you go. A little Christmas ornament. Anybody got any spare parts to the Moon Mixer, Meter Cheater, or the Gruberwagen Revell kit?
That'd be a no.
I got the patent pending and the little T-bone steak, and at some point in my life, I'd like to have the other three. Kevin heading out again? Well, he did say
Hi,
later. He
Kevin.
didn't say he's leaving for good. He just said later. So it might be 2 seconds. It might be 20 minutes.
Work. Oh man.
Anybody happen to have a junk Volkswagen chassis?
No.
Perfect.
The only Volkswagen I have is Herbie. And he's in the display case.
No, I'm just looking for a junk parts because these 5 kits are based off of the chassis, but everything else is custom. And I was just thinking if I want to take my garage sale sign and make my own body panels. I did template it, but I mean, it's not like the chassis has anything but a bunch of ribbing on it.
I mostly deal in tanks, so no. Can't help you there.
My brain says no. They got tired of trying to figure it out, so I just said no.
Greetings, go for it painting.
Wow, it's
Good
morning.
God, you're just getting up?
It's morning already.
It's morning already for him.
Well, it is midnight here for me. So yeah, 8
Yeah.
hours. 8 hours from now, 8 a.m. or
Yeah, it's
7, 8 a.m.
yeah, it's like in Hungary. Yeah, it's probably 7 or 8 in the morning. 8 maybe.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's 1 here.
It wouldn't be the first time that Britta went to bed and then got up in the morning. We were still on.
Yeah.
That's happened more than once.
I'm sure it'll happen again.
Oh yeah.
A Whopper storm. Did you collect a bunch so you didn't have to buy them? I mean, that would freaking hurt getting hit with Whoppers coming from the sky.
It was 75 here yesterday till that storm moved through. Today was 56.
Went out and got the mail. It was a little chilly and windy, but I don't have no idea what.
Oh my God, it's 6 a.m. over there.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, good
Paul?
morning.
In the UK, yeah, it's 6. Germany would be 8. They're 2 hours ahead of them.
I have to check my phone. Jeez.
Yeah, one of my gaming buddies, we tried to get together and play games together. He's like, well, 2 o'clock in the afternoon work for you? I'm like, I'm sleeping. You know, that ain't gonna work. And he's like, well, we can't get together. I was like, yeah, by the time you're free, I'm busy, or I'm free and you're sleeping.
Yeah, in Australia, it's 1 in the afternoon on Saturday afternoon. In Sydney.
Freaking Aussie crews just going at it. Well, with that being said, gents,
Good night, Boston.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna sign off here too, and
we'll give her about 10 or 15 minutes here, and then we'll shut it down.
cool beans.
That way, 3 or 4 people will show up.
Yeah, just like that. Yes, I'm closing. Well, greetings. I'm closing. Well, greetings.
Well, I got done what I wanted to get done, so that's good.
'Cause I'm at that point. If I do anything else, I'll probably screw it up. So
I'm just ready for tomorrow because I'm going to start painting tomorrow. I got everything laid out and ready to go.
Nice.
So these live streams are productive.
yeah, they are. That's
They
why.
can be. Welcome back, Ed.
Boston.
Later, Boston.
And kiss my ass.
Night, Boston.
Yeah, good night, Boston.
Morning from Hungary, 6 a.m. Wow. Look at there, Bob. You're international.
Oh yeah, well, I'm always international. I'm on the UK guys. I'm on their streams in the afternoon all the time.
Yeah, I'm always at work when they're on.
Yeah, robin eggs. I have some of them.
Well, at least I have to make a point to jump in at least and say drive by, thumbs up.
Right.
And when I worked the evening shift, when I got home, that's when all the Australian guys were just getting wound up in the evening for them,
Yeah.
the afternoon for them, and it was the evening for me. So that was on their streams a lot. Yeah, I did a lot of live streams on Saturday mornings because we were doing UK or Germany streams
All right.
back in the Google Plus days. Back in,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been on Google Plus. Who?
we used to do 48-hour streams back then.
Yeah. That's when I passed out. I was on the Styrene Syndicate. And I was like, so don't feel bad, Ed. I did the same thing too.
So as long as you had two people on the stream, it wouldn't shut down.
Yeah.
Right.
So if it was down to 1 or 2 people, I would go to bed. I just leave mine running, so that in case someone of them dropped out, they still had two 2 people in it. And yeah, we'd run for 48 hours and do a 48-hour build, 48-hour live stream.
Nice.
Wow.
I've seen quite a bit of them 24-hour group builds, 48-hour group builds.
Oh, but this one was live.
Yeah, this would be live. And, every flaw and fuck up was right there on the screen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Along with every swear word in the process.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, we would allow you. You could pre-prep your kit, get it cleaned up, and get the flash and stuff all done. But so then the first thing you do is, when it started, the first thing you did was prime and paint,
Yeah.
or prime and get it in the incubator or the dehydrator
Yeah.
for an hour. Let that lacquer primer set and then get the paint on it, and then you throw it back in there in the hot box to let it sit overnight while you did all the other stuff.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a 24 or 48-hour build like that, you've definitely got to have either an incubator like Matt Inman uses, or a food dehydrator to get your paint dried.
I call it the Easy Bake Oven. I have a big cardboard box with a 100-watt light bulb in it.
Hey,
That'll work. I never thought of that.
Yeah, I got the same thing back there.
It's a big cardboard box with a.
I got a plastic bin, little light in there. What do you call that? They use it for eating fries and stuff. You see it at McDonald's all the time.
yeah,
Heat lamp.
infrared heat lamp.
Heat lamp.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I don't use a heat lamp. I just use the regular 100-watt incandescent bulb.
Yeah, gets plenty warm.
As long as you want to make sure that bulb is like a foot away from the model, and set it over the top.
Yep, just warm enough
You smell the box,
but not melt the plastic.
well, you don't smell paint coming out of the box anymore. It's ready to go.
So you cut a hole in the top of it or something?
Yeah, I just cut a hole in the top of the box and
Oh, okay.
thread the light bulb through.
Yeah, that's my box and my spray.
Like a trouble light for you'd use in your shop to hang in the car. You know, it's got the little.
Yeah. I got one. Extra one.
That's what I use.
Huh.
Set your fan on low and then you suck out all the moisture. Everything does the whole trick in one. And you can spray in there at the same time.
If you're using it for your enamels or lacquers or even your acrylics, it cuts your cure time way down.
I guess I just use acrylic, so
Oh, even better. It's faster.
Yeah.
I mean, I am starting to use a little bit of lacquers, but
Or you could even use like one of those big plastic tubs that you store your Christmas decorations in, Rubbermaid tubs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Put the light, tape the light bulb to the lid and set the car down inside there and close the lid.
I got one. It used to be my paint booth.
Yeah, that's why I use those for paint booths too.
Yeah,
Cut the
I used
bottom
to be
out and
paint booth. I still
Cut
got
the-
it.
Cut the bottom out and tape a furnace filter to it and set a box fan behind it.
That's what I did.
Sarge doesn't even go that far. He just cut the bottom out of his, sticks it in his window.
Well, that's what I do here.
The side, the shell sides in
In
the
a rattle
window.
can, I just stand out the open door and spray it out the door.
If I could move my bed away from my window so I can actually get to it to do that, I would. But the only place my bed will fit in this little tiny cell is up against the one wall with a window in it.
That's what I used before I had this space here. I had to do it in my bedroom, so I had to plastic Rubbermaid tub. I set it on my bed and used that was my paint booth.
Yeah. That's like my room here. I got a set of windows directly over here to my right as I'm sitting here at my computer. And then I got a set of windows behind me that my paint booth is setting up in front of. And I just vented out the windows that are right behind it.
I'm not sure that's a good idea, Paul. Put your models in your stove when they cook food in it.
I'd be worried about the wrath of the wife.
Yeah.
It's set on a timer.
I ain't worried about being poisoned by the paint fumes or anything. I'd be worried about the wrath of the wife.
Well, that and the paint fuse, but still, I mean,
The paint fumes will go away.
that cast iron skillet does have some weight to it.
Yeah.
You turn the oven on, the paint turn on regular. Within 2 or 3 minutes, that paint fumes are going to burn out. But no, wrath of the wife lives forever.
Yeah. I mean, I
At
had
least
to.
you can do something to apologize to her.
When she's got a cast iron pan in one hand and a rolling pin in the other, you know you're in trouble.
Oh yeah.
It just got real. Real
My
bad.
second one can really swing stuff. Let me tell you.
Do a little demonstration.
Yeah, the sun wouldn't
Right?
roll a damn thing.
That's funny, Paul.
When I was building my model railroad layout, I used to dry out dirt in the oven. I definitely made sure it was only when she was not home.
Uh-huh.
I've seen people take a bunch of them recyclable milk bottle lids and plastic lids, melt them all in a big, I don't know if they used like a kiln or whatever or an oven, turn it into a sheet of goo of all this different color, and then they take and form it into like guns and boomerangs and bows and skateboard decks and all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Just melt and heat it up and blend it all together and let it cure, and it becomes freaking hard as a rock, you know.
Put it down, leave it alone. Let everything set up overnight. We'll put the wheels on tomorrow. I will screw it up.
Patience, Bob. Patience.
This late at night, yeah. So I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs.
All right. That's like me. I want to get my tribute build intro video done before I start. I mean, I sat here and I filed down on the seam lines and everything to smooth it all out for when I go to putty on it a little bit and then smooth that out. But I still want the battle scar lines in these panels when I do my intro video for my tribute build for senior. But
I'm just waiting for my decals to come in.
yeah, and well, I got to wait till Thursday to be able to even order my decals.
Yeah, well, I got to wait for the first of the month.
Thursday's payday, and
I wish.
broke till payday. So I got $2 in my wallet and not even $1 of change in my pocket, and that is it.
Sounds like Reverend Peyton.
Took me a week to get a hold of them. Well, for them to get back to me.
I wonder how many people they've got order those. Try keeping them busy.
Well, the nice part is once they got the file, they just hit print.
Oh,
Well, they got them on the website.
Print to order.
So the Terry decals, yeah, I got ordered mine yesterday. They actually shipped today. I should get them on Monday.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a bunch of them videos coming out shortly too.
yeah.
And I think what I'm gonna wind up doing after I've ordered mine, once they come in, I may lay them down on my scanner bed and scan them, and then that way I can just print out more whenever I need them.
Right.
Yeah, I got my wheels today for the for it. Decided I'm going to use
Oh,
those. If you like American Racing Gasser style, or I got the Keystone Classics.
And they fit in the original chassis?
Yep.
Nice. That'll save you a lot of customizing work, swapping chassis.
Oh yeah.
Fit right in there.
Well, mine's going to be a secret. I know he loved black, so it's going to be black.
Yeah.
Secret's out. It's gonna be black.
I already did the black
I know
one.
what kind of black.
Yeah. All right.
It could be a black anything.
It's going to be two-tone, lemon yellow or and white.
It's gonna be back there.
Elvira.
Elvira, kiss my ass, baby.
I would.
Good, I'll be lining up.
Yeah, I don't know very many men that wouldn't drop to their knees and kiss that ass.
Yeah, I can't think of too very many either.
The hell with your signature. Just let me bend over a minute.
Yeah, Whopper. Are you going for a Whopper now, Ryan?
Yeah, well, me and Paul were talking about he had a Whopper of a storm, and I was like, it was
Oh,
raining
yeah.
Whoppers? I'd get out a garbage can to fucking collect the Whoppers if they were falling from the sky. And then he had to ask, was it a Whopper burger? I was like, ooh, I could go for a burger.
Right?
Char grilled flavor.
Yes, sir.
Booga, booga, booga.
Loves that char grilled goodness.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if I could talk my mom into going to an Ashland trip.
Alrighty, gents. I'm gonna head out. You guys have a good one. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
All right, it's that time. We're
Oh,
gonna
and me,
call it.
Elvira.
Have a good night.
And
We're-
everybody in the chat,
We're going to bed.
everybody that came in live, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank everybody in the chat. And
Thank you, Bob.
Brian's live is tomorrow night, and then we'll be back next Thursday for Thursday Night Live. And who knows? If I get bored during the week, I might pop in for a random live again, like after hours. So that I want to say thanks and good night, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right,
Have a good one,
Bob.
everybody.
Thank you for hosting.